and welcome to tonight's episode of the Links of Tartarus campaign, Season 2. I believe it's episode 30. We made a lot of these things. Welcome, if you're new here. Welcome. If you are just popping in and have no idea what's going on, all of our episodes of the Links of Tartarus campaign, Season 1 and 2, are available on our YouTube channel to watch at your desire. Including this episode will be up on YouTube on Saturday. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we stream every Monday, mostly, live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, so come join us live and come hang out. It's a blast. It's a hoot. This episode is going to be a particularly exciting one, I think, because the party is split, and some are in custody, and we're doing great. We're doing great as a concept. So, previously on the Links of Tartarus, the Hands of Fate were split in 3 different locations. In Athens, Alexios worked with his fellow artificers to examine and analyze the wax wings of Daedalus, hoping to be able to recreate them, even improve upon their design, to allow the party the ability to fly should they make a trip to the elemental plane of air, which may be in their future. Elsewhere, Adagio and Illmaye went to Xander in disguise to try to find information about Rhea and Tethys, the 2 titans who, for some reason, weren't imprisoned with their siblings at the end of the Divine War. So they went to the Great Xandarian Library, which is both the largest library in the world and is also the headquarters of the Heka Institute, the home base of the Eyes of Gaia. With a carefully forged letter from Cleopolis, the Grand Count of History, the pair were granted entry to some more restricted parts of the library, but they soon began to arouse some suspicion. And when a guard attempted to quiz them on their disguises, Adagio took matters into his own hands and set fire to the library. This did not go well, as within seconds the fire was put out, and Adagio and Illmaye found themselves facing a legion of soldiers and mages. They eventually surrendered, and the mages knocked them unconscious. Elsewhere, Anura and Ryujin took Dardania and Iasis to the elemental plane of water. They dropped the twins off at Fort Agenor to hunt through the library there for any additional information, while Anura and Ryujin took Hippocamps to find the City of 10,000 Pearls, the domain of the Merid. After about a day's travel, they arrived and quickly found the Merid they'd heard about named Bhagwan. Ryujin proposed a trade with this Merid, hoping to get a genie's vessel in return, in which he could house the interplanar portal that would lead directly to and from Fort Agenor. But Bhagwan seemed uninterested in what Ryujin offered in exchange. It seems that the Merid is far less interested in valuable items, and far more interested in irreplaceable parts of the Asker. He introduced Ryujin and Anura to his personal assistant, who had once made a deal with Bhagwan for riches beyond imagination in exchange for his dignity, which led to him paying all his riches back to the Merid in exchange for the honor of working for him for eternity. There were several potential deals the Merid floated. He could take Ryujin's fame, or his eyesight, or his friendships. But Ryujin didn't commit to any of these options, so Bhagwan told the pair to come back in an hour with a final offer. So, Alexios, I would like you to roll a d6 for me. If it's a 1 or 2, we start on the elemental plane of water. If it's a 3 or 4, we start with Adagio. If it's a 5 or 6, we start with Illmaye. I can't hear any of you. What happened here? Can everyone else hear anyone?
Okay,
Okay, everybody else can hear me.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what'd you get? A 1?
Got a 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay, good.
So, starting on the elemental plane of water. So, Ryujin, Anura, you have been ushered out of Bhagwan's palace, and you are back on the city streets of this Merid metropolis. You have an hour to come up with another idea to potentially get this vessel from him. What are you doing?
Man, I didn't think we'd be first. Okay.
I didn't think we would
So-
either. I thought I had some more time to think of ideas.
You had 2 weeks.
I told you I didn't have the mental capacity to think of ideas outside of this.
Well, moving on.
Um,
I say maybe we should wander a little bit, taking the sights for a little bit while also, thinking.
we'll spitball
About-
ideas while we explore the city.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. All of my hair.
You do see, as you begin to walk through this city, or sort of float through this city, as there isn't really a floor to walk on, it's a different kind of metropolis than you've ever sort of experienced. It is a city that was built without one base level foundation. It seems to be built on a series of cliffs and coral reefs and that sort of thing, where it's less of a city with skyscrapers and more of a city with buildings of all shapes and sizes coming from all different directions. It's a little disorienting, to be honest. Even Ryujin, you feel very at home under the sea like this. This kind of habitat is not something that you yourself are experienced with, and even you find yourself a bit disoriented. But what you do see is that all of these buildings, as you saw as you entered, all of these buildings are grand and ornate, and there are a variety of aquatic creatures coming in and out of them. But what you don't see are things that you immediately recognize as like stores or anything like that. You don't see anything sort of normal. You see beautiful public squares and beautiful buildings and a whole lot of miscellaneous.
Okay.
Throwing around some ideas. Shout out to people or our friends in the Discord who came up with this one.
Oh no.
What if you give up the ability to have kids?
No, there's no way that Theseus and I will share the same family.
Come on, you could just have your wife get cucked by Poseidon as well. Sorry, the cat not stop coming into frame.
That's fine.
Like he
I
had
know what
talked
I have
about
to do.
like giving
I just
up
don't know if I have the strength to do it.
the reason for your anger. The other one that I was going to say is instead of giving up the reason for your anger and everything like that, like the memory of it, what if when you find the person responsible, you give up the ability to strike back? So if you find the Triton responsible, you won't be able to hurt them.
Imagine if I find them and they know it's me, and they go to attack me, and I just can't defend myself.
You also act like no one's going to be with you if that happens.
No. There was one idea.
Which idea were you leaning towards?
I don't think this is one that we all discussed. This is one that was talked about in private. But all of these suck. Okay? Every single one.
I think that's the point. I mean, you could give up a spell.
Sammy, I need guidance.
Okay.
I don't know what to...
Talk to me.
I think what I'm leaning towards, as much as I don't want to, I think it's the most doable. That's what you and I talked about. But I don't know how to. Do I suggest it? Would it be? I don't know what's happening. Okay.
If it's something that you are interested in, what do you have to give? what would be your sacrifice?
Kai.
I don't
No,
know
I
if that's a good idea.
Thinking about it, it sucks. But everything else I could offer would suck. And
But Kai
you know,
has been...
I kind of need this thing from this freaking genie to house the, you know.
Let's keep spitballing ideas. I would say with Kai, Kai's been with you longer than anybody in the party has been with you.
I got Kai after, probably like midway through Delphi, right? Or was it just after we defeated?
Oh, well, I guess. I thought you'd had Kai before that for some reason.
I think you maybe got Kai after the Medusa, but before the dragons? Something like
You're
that.
right, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. No. I don't know. Kai's such an essential part of you at this point, though. And Kai's also like an essential part of the party. Like we've all come to love that little, the little. I don't know what he is. That little familiar, whatever the fuck he's supposed to be. We all love him.
So I'm being honest, there's not, I don't really like it either, but there's not much else I can give. I mean, I'm a caster, I can't afford to lose my eyes, you know? I would like to not lose the ability to have kids. That would be shitty.
What if...
It just feels like there's not many other options. And don't get me wrong, I love Kai. Kai he's my buddy, you know? But I need to be able to keep this water seed, this portal safe. And this is the best way I know how to do that. Getting this talisman.
I know that this is something huge for you. What if you give up your quest of give up the Board of Surf? Give up your rights to the Board of Surf.
Bhagwan like reveals, like take off the mask and it's just fucking that guy. Rangrim.
What is his name?
Rangrim.
Thank you.
I'd rather die.
I mean, that's not a bad idea if you give up your rights to the Board of Surf.
The only two things that I could really offer are basically the quest finding the Triton who killed my mom, if they're still even alive, or which is literally what basically started everything for me. It's what kind of sent me down this whole path. But you know, kept me going in Delphi. Besides you guys, you know, or Kai.
I would say with the quest thing, what if instead of giving up the quest to find the Triton, you give up the quest for revenge?
It's all inclusive, I think.
You can still find
that's the
Triton.
end goal. I'm finding them to get revenge. Not
Well,
revenge.
if
just...
you give up the option of revenge, you can still find the Triton and come through with that closure. You also act like you don't have enough friends who would look at that Triton and say, hey, yo, you hurt my friend's family, and would fuck them up immediately.
Yeah.
And it would be for you if we did.
These are the only two things that I got, and I don't even know if the genie will fucking accept the first one.
I think you It's up to you, because I will say that the revenge thing is what set you out on this to start with. I think you should try to give up the option of revenge so you can still find the Triton who did it and have that bit of closure, but you personally cannot enact the revenge.
But it also makes you think, how deep does that go? If I was to give up, 'cause let's say he's a tricky individual, right? Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've for sure heard stories about, genies granting your wish and then adding something extra or twisting it in a way. And that's common, right? So let's say I gave up this mission for revenge, whatever, What if he just completely wipes the whole thing from my mind?
That's why I was saying...
That would include, I would have this massive blank of knowledge. I wouldn't know what happened to my mom. I wouldn't know what I found in Delphi, what I talked to Nadar about, this whole mission could just be gone. Blank space. Not just like I don't have the ability to act on it. It's just gone.
I think it's one of those things where you have to be super specific what you're offering. So specifically be like, my offer is you take away the option for me to enact my revenge, but I don't forget what has happened. You have to be super, super specific.
I don't think it's enough.
I mean, it's worth a shot, and if it comes down to it, it's up to you. But, I mean, it's worth a shot.
The hour is drawing to a close.
I will say, we spitballed some other stuff before, and they were all kind of on a similar-ish level. And they told us to come back when we have, a final offer.
Yeah, and I mean, he had accepted...
go there and brain blast all over the place. I have to be ready to give something up when we go through those doors.
Yeah. I mean, he had accepted that he would take the revenge part before.
He didn't really accept it. He just questioned it, asked specifics that I didn't have.
If that was him offering it, he's the one who brought that up. So I feel like that is something that's really...
Did I bring it up? Out of
he
character?
brought that up. He brought that up. That's why I was saying giving up the revenge would still be really enticing to him.
I believe what the context was that he was asking what it is that drives you, what it is that led you to become an adventurer, and if that is revenge, then he would take revenge.
Oh, so he would take away the whole thing that led me to becoming an adventurer? No, fuck that. That could have massive... Okay.
That's what I'm saying. He takes away the revenge, but he doesn't take away what led you to it. You see what I'm saying?
It sounds like he would. Sounds like he'll just take it by the root, and that's
specific.
Could you imagine? Literally, if that was that's my whole cause, reasoning for doing everything that Ryujin's mother's death, took him down this path, right? And if he didn't even know what happened, or all these tidbits of evidence later down the road were just taken, this whole thing was wiped clean from his mind, Ryujin probably never would have become an adventurer. He never would have become a gladiator. He would have just, been a fisherman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that could drastically change what...
Damn. It doesn't have to take away why it made you an adventurer. If you make it specific that he only takes away your ability to take revenge. Not that he takes away you wanting revenge, he takes away your ability to take revenge.
So, but you say it specifically like that. My ability to take revenge could be spellcasting, could be melee, could be my arms and legs.
Again,
listen,
he's got a good point.
He does. He takes away your ability to take revenge without affecting your person as a spellcaster or human being. So basically, when it comes
Listen, you're
down
talking to someone with like 11 intelligence, okay? I just want to make this very clear.
do you want me
It is a genie.
to? Do you want Anora to literally write it out for you, basically?
I'm picturing you guys coming back to this genie with like a whole contract, like ready to go.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I
Well,
will
just, like,
literally write it.
Everything that were spitballing here could be taken and like twisted so bad. Because
Hold up.
if what drives Ryujin is like trying to basically avenge his mother's death, right? And he wanted to take what drives me, that's literally like square one of oh fuck. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
That's a risky business right there. That's like I'm playing with the thought, or with the I could just be Thanos snapped out of existence, alright? 1 second I'm Ryujin, the next one I'm just Ryu, the simple fisherman who lived in Sparta. And, you know, maybe that shack that I grew up in is actually my home, and it's pretty swanky, but the same shack, you know what I mean? No longer adventurer, now fisherman. And what if that has more repercussions? Like, because that's what happened. None of you have memories of anything we've ever done, or me as a party member, any of that stuff, any event that I could have. What if we lost against the Kraken? What if like the Hydra? What if we died like this? No, bad, bad. Sammy smart, bad.
Moi?
Wait a minute. That's why I'm writing things out like this.
As you guys are finalizing your plans, you should make your way slowly back to Bhagwan's palace. Unless you want to keep him waiting.
No.
Okay. I got something written out. You ready? And I'm saying this like what you would say specifically, okay? If you go with this, take away my ability to take revenge on the Triton, but not affect my overall casting or abilities as a person. Just prevent me from taking revenge. When I find him, I would still remember everything, and no events until this point would be changed, but I would never be able to fully take revenge and realize that quest. I covered all my goddamn
What does the
bases, y'all.
genie get out of this? He obviously wants to traumatize me.
Hold on.
He would.
Yes,
He would literally
Alexios.
take this one
What's
thing
the
that
goal?
you've been trying to complete and would take the ability for you to complete it away.
Hold on. Alexios, what were you saying?
You have like a notary or something present? Like, what's the Greek equivalent of it? I feel like we need one of them.
You swear on the
There's a
river
witness.
Styx.
There are two witnesses. A witness for either side. You have the servant and you have Anura as the witnesses. That is the equivalent.
Not the guy with no dick.
I don't think the servant counts as a mentally sound witness.
Listen. So, Ryujin, you have Anura's advice. You have Anura's written proposal. It's up to you now. As you knock on the door to this palace, and the human servant, naked, allows you entry back in and back to Bhagwan's throne room. It has nothing to do with anything you've discussed prior. Now, it is between you and this genie as he swirls down onto his throne. Have you a deal for me?
No, Nora's not there, right? It's just...
No, Anura's there.
Oh, Nora is there.
Yeah,
Okay,
Anura and the servant are both in the room, but Anura is a bit behind you, and to you, in this moment, this sort of tunnel vision, it's just you and the genie.
I'll put my hand on Ryujin's shoulder real quick and just say, it's up to you. I'll support you no matter what you do.
don't even know how to bring this up. I appreciate Minora's input, but I'm not confident enough that I can say that correctly and that we aren't missing something that could have drastic repercussions on either myself or as a party as a whole.
I will
love
say,
Kai.
you just have to read it. Anura did give it to you written.
Is it in Discord? Hold on.
Put it in Discord, but like in game, Anura gave it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can put it in Discord so you can see it, if that helps.
All right, Bhagwan. I have 2 ideas. No, listen. He's a tricky devil. All right. I'm sorry.
Typing it.
Man, this is hard because one thing could work, but could also have very, very drastic repercussions, right? Like it could change some big stuff if we're forgetting anything or if anything is misworded, right? And the other thing sucks, and I do not want, but none of us would really have to be in harm's way because of it. It's just a lot of heartache. Maybe some strategic loss because Kai is a little scout, but...
Okay, I just sent it so you can see it.
As you deliberate, Ryujin, Bhagwan lifts a hand and a small sort of whirlpool of water appears over his palm. And what is water, suddenly you see something dark inside it. And as the swirl of water slows, you see a golden medallion fall into his palm with a golden chain sort of falling behind it. I am listening.
Fuck, dude. Why am I this distraught over a creature that doesn't even actually exist?
I mean, I literally recorded
All right.
3 different TikToks about this campaign of me covering music, so, you're allowed to be distraught.
It's the only thing I can... I'm smiling, but I'm sad. I guess... What about, Man, I feel like such a piece of shit right now. Companion that I can summon with my pact. A valuable member of the team.
Let me see what it is that you are offering in exchange.
Oh. Well, he can't breathe underwater, but
He moves a hand and this bubble of air just emerges around you.
I'll snap him into it.
Kai appears. Looks around.
It's all right, buddy.
What's
Calm
going on?
down.
What's happening?
It's okay. Shush. Just wait.
Bhagwan.
This war.
Don't make me draw dead Kai fan art.
Interesting. He beckons a finger and one sort of like air bubble comes off of yours, and Kai is now in this air bubble just slowly floating up towards his throne as Bhagwan sort of moves his fingers and Kai sort of does a swirl. He goes, I am familiar with magic. Do not think you can trick me by giving me this creature and then merely summoning another. No. For this deal, I will not only take this creature, but you will never again be able to summon one like him.
Oh,
Do you accept?
listen, I'm still trying to justify this in my brain, as it doesn't put any of us in harm's way. But should I mention the other thing? I'm just worried it'll word it into something that could be very, very bad. Should I mention?
You can mention it. The one that I did literally tells him he can't change your memories or anything that's happened up until now. And that he can't change your abilities as a person or a spellcaster. He's basically just blue-balling you in this quest.
Can I quickly just time stopping my brain? Excited.
I mean, listen, we can take a TO from game time right now and just have some player time here if you want to strategize.
Okay. Here's the thing. Everybody, I would like your inputs. I would really suck losing Guy. I'm not gonna. He's my buddy. I love that little. You know what I mean? But it's the only thing that I could justify losing that isn't gonna take away my ability to cast spells or drastically change something party related or just be something massive, right? My arm.
We can
make
you
prosthetic. One. Give me both.
Yo, you can give him an arm and a leg. You can give him 2 legs. You can give him two whatever you want. I can make all of that. No magic he doesn't know.
Give him your right hand, and Alexios can just make you one.
I can make you a whole body.
I mean, I could try, but then he's gonna be like, "Oh, what fun is just one? Give me both."
Then you don't let him take both.
I can make you a copper arm. You can cast.
I mean, it's up to you.
Great.
It's okay for the one that I sent because we were talking about whether or not it goes through everything. If it doesn't affect his memories, his abilities as a spellcaster, nothing that's happened to this point, he still remembers everything. The only thing he can't do is hurt this Triton in revenge. Am I missing anything?
Sammy,
I don't think it's gonna be It might, because he really is taking away the one thing that kept Ryujin going, which is the ability to take revenge.
I don't think he'll take it, to be honest. It's too many stipulations.
Think he'll take it on?
Probably
You could just look at it like you're literally blue-balling me in the quest and making it impossible to finish it. I will never be able to finish this quest.
If he takes an arm, what if he makes it so that I can never have anything... I can never have an arm again. I can never be regenerated by God or anything magical. Or anything that, can try to replace said arm, right?
You can live without an arm.
About the kind of magic. Nobody knows about artistry. Artistry? What do you call it?
Artificery?
Artificery. That sounds dope. I'm mad at this out-of-body moment. Because I just thought about if you do give an arm, and I do have to make armor, I mean, we do have stuff to do that we don't know about. Just saying.
But you've also got Paloma and the ones and Alexios.
Yeah.
Who can all make you an arm. If they manage to make the wings of Daedalus, I'm pretty sure they can make you an arm in a day.
You get a new hat.
just a quick because we might see you. Um, you can count of God flesh and take my left arm. Or even just canonically left hand, by the way.
I forgot about that.
Your left arm. Why would I take a left arm when I can take your right-hand man?
Why would you not want left arm that casts the final killing blow on the greatest creature that's ever roamed the seas? Something that could probably would have taken you out quite easily. Something that battled gods, overthrew kingdoms. That's quite the feat to have the pound of flesh that dealt the killing blow against the greatest enemy of the seas, wouldn't you say?
Tell me, what would losing this arm do to you?
What wouldn't it do to me? This would change my everything.
This arm has been with me since birth.
Exactly. This arm has been with me since birth. This is my dominant arm. This is what I tie my leather armor straps with. This is what I use when I eat. I hold my spoon, my fork, my knife with this hand. I write with this hand. This would change anything that I do in a day, basically, that requires me grabbing something, being careful.
So, if I understand this deal, I give you this vessel, and you give me your arm. Do I understand that right? Your arm would be mine, my property, to do with as I please.
No. That means he's keeping it attached to you. Fuck that shit.
The arm separate of my body. Yes. Not attached to me still. Your pound of severed flesh.
You just went over there with it. I was so scared he was.
Make a deception check.
What? That being deceptive?
You are deceiving him in the sense of how much of a sacrifice it is.
Okay.
Can I cast guidance?
If you want to make a sleight of hand check.
Don't
I
do
can't
it.
just like
You know you're not
pat
good
Ryujin
at
on the shoulder.
Don't do it. You know
I mean,
you're not
it
good
would
at
be
that.
very suspicious if you did.
Oh well, never mind. I'll just add to it if it need to.
I'm hoping I don't need it. That's a pretty high roll.
I'll just add to it in case.
What's my hold on, I have to bring up D&D Beyond.
Add a
What do you do for my
5 to
deceptions?
that.
Are you casting it?
No, this is just Wheel and Woe.
Oh. So add +5, huh?
Yeah, you get +5. This is what I rolled.
So I rolled a 17.
17.
Your +5 makes it a 22. And I have a +10 to deception, Sammy.
Okay. So. Bhagwan looks at you curiously.
I'm still
then
scared.
A smile creeps upon his face. Interesting. Motions his hand, and Kai's little air bubble flies back into yours, sort of comes back to you. Approach my throne.
Shit.
Can I just take my passive insight and
I just want to know the vibes. I just want to know the vibes. So is he gonna cut off? Or am I gonna cut off?
Make an insight check.
I passive insight check.
What's your insight?
19.
Okay. And Ryujin, what's yours?
Yeah, I got a 7.
Sure. So Anura, the challenge is that you and Ryujin both know that you're being somewhat deceptive here, and it doesn't seem like Bhagwan is in on your deception, but it does seem like he is very gleeful to take this deal.
And I look up and look to Ryujin and go, he has an intelligence of 11. What's the catch?
Me? Give a catch? How dare you accuse me of anything?
I'm not accusing you. I just like to err on the safe side.
I will do exactly as our deal demands. I will take his arm, give him the vessel.
Take my arm. How? What arm? Okay. What do you get out of this? Specifically with the arm. I know exactly what I'm getting, but I don't know exactly what you're getting. A deal should be full transparency, both sides.
If you would like to make a different deal, you're more
Yeah, I would just
welcome.
like you to... It's the same deal. I just want you to tell me what you're doing.
There are many things you can do with an arm. Especially
he can grow
God
another
flesh.
you.
What? Hold on, what'd you say, Sammy?
Especially God flesh.
Would I have heard of anything you can do with that?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, Arcana's intelligence. I got scared. I'm gonna add to that. Word. That's plus 8 in total. That's 23.
23. You have heard of some powerful druids who are able to regenerate pieces of a body, like if someone loses an arm and they can regenerate an arm back, that sort of thing. You have heard less of being able to regenerate an entire body, though that doesn't necessarily mean it's impossible. Theoretically, it just seems like a more sort of advanced form of that kind of spell. But you don't know if that's possible or not, or if it's ever been done.
Have I heard, like, anything else that could be, that God blood flesh we used for?
For that, I'll have you make a religion check.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Oh, sweet. That is a 27.
27.
Nice.
I mean, you have personally witnessed the power of God's blood in the ritual that Kenai did. So if it's capable of that, who knows what other sort of latent power exists within Godflesh?
So I can't even give my arm without son of a bitch. What?
I will look to Ryujin and go, just remember what happened with the ritual, and that was just your blood.
Alexios, feel
Did
free
you
to say
say-
something out of character.
Please let him create an evil you. Please, like,
No.
as a player in this game, please let him create an evil you.
Yeah, an evil me with 2 fucking arms.
The only other thing I could think of, though, was whenever he was going to take Kai, because you're talking about letting him make an evil you, I was like, Kai is the next big bad, because we gave him to a genie.
Like, how bad could evil you be? It's just a warlock. And it wouldn't have.
You know what this warlock can do at level 20, big man? Because I do.
Like, it wouldn't have us with them. Like, evil you very low consequence.
Also, it's different. If he makes a new me, it's a warlock of a genie. That is a drastic change in abilities. That's like an entirely new character with the same framework, and that's it.
And he also wears the eye patch on the other eye.
About it.
So that you can tell each other apart.
You would be the worst or the nah. Everybody else would be really bad. Well, you're really bad now. Yeah, do
He
it.
still has lightning bolts? No!
Do it.
Everybody else would be really bad to have. You could take Anura down in one if there was an evil Anura.
I mean, if you turn into a T-Rex, or, well, any dinosaur.
I don't have that many hit
Right.
points.
So, there were two offers on the table right now. My arm, which could also have drastically negative consequences now that Anura has made those checks, because I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Immediately, as soon as it was said, I immediately was like, they grow a new you.
And I love Kai. But Kai, ultimately here, is the safer bet. From a player strategical standpoint, this sucks, but at least there won't be an evil me or another God's Blood ritual specifically for Poseidon or any of these other things that could happen, right? I will just lose Kai. And the ability to summon
I still
Kai.
think you could try offering up, like what I said with all those stipulations specifically, and see if he'd take it.
I just want to point out, you already passed all the necessary checks to give this. We're gonna have a negative influence
To do what?
or a negative outcome in some way, either way. You was the opposite eye patch and a slightly dead arm. Come on. And I really prosthetic arm up. Like, this close.
You know what? Then you can just take fire when we're back. It's fine. I don't even care. Alright?
Yeah, just chop it off. Who cares?
I still want to go into a skinny. What?
That's worse.
Alexi was just sitting there with Jin chopped his table. He's like, listen, what you remember? You this, and this. It's freaking sick. And it's a win. And like 11 intelligence, like yeah. That sounds fun.
Like how my reasoning for questioning him was, he has an 11 intelligence. Let me ask the question.
Yeah.
Sold.
So what are you doing, Ryujin?
Could you just give him the eye patch and say you can never wear one again, since that's such an essential part of like you as a person now?
I don't think he would take it. This is not a part of me. It's not.
Well, like it's also like something that you've used to hide the brand for so long.
Removes my ability to hide the brand.
You can never cover it again.
So there's two deals on the table.
Oh no, I just
One is shitty but manageable, and the other is a wild card that could have something kind of sick come out of it, but also potentially something horribly wrong.
Who would have thought in our party's experience that something like this would happen? It's almost like we've had Sammy as a DM for like 2 years and we should have seen this coming.
It's up to you, Ryujin.
I don't even know what to say, Sammy. I can't
Can we
give
go
him
to
my
someone else and let him have time to
No!
debate?
No.
I gave you
Listen,
2 weeks.
I can't give him my arm. As much as I think it would be sick, I'll just give it to Alexios. It's fine. It'll be fine.
No,
We'll-
you're not
we'll
going
make
to
an
give
access.
Alexios your arm.
Better Alexios than a damn genie. Okay.
Well, you're still not giving Alexios your arm.
We'll see about that. All right.
If you're giving him
Is-
Kai, can I give Kai
is
a
it-
hug? Kai?
Is it like, is Kai gonna actually be with this thing, this creep, or is it gonna be like he's just gone forever? You know?
You don't know.
Can you ask that he like lets Kai just live out the rest of his existence comfortably?
I thought about it for 2 weeks.
The dude does not have to live anywhere near him and not have dignity. He has him as a slave now. Like, he has to be there. He's not gonna be happy. He can't even breathe underwater.
Well, he just showed that that doesn't matter, really.
They're gonna make Kai drown forever and all return.
Well, once Kai drops to 0 hit points, he can't pop back to existence unless Ryujin calls him back.
I mean, just mechanically, the way that this would work would be, it would be essentially cutting off the connection between Kai and Ryujin. Kai would be its own thing now, not remotely connected to Ryujin whatsoever.
Well, okay, so if that's true, and Kai doesn't connect to Ryujin anymore, can we ask that Kai just allowed to live? No, just live. Because, like, if Ryujin, it still cuts out that connection to Kai, even if Ryujin was to find Kai on Gaia.
This for 2 weeks, and these were the best options that were brought up, and it will suck.
You can ask if you could just let Kai live on Gaia, not with the party.
Is there a Danny? Is there maybe a Danny? He left him to go.
The only thing I can think of is just like ask him if he'll let Kai live on Gaia. It's not doesn't have to be with the party, of course, because he probably would rather Kai not live with the party. But like, you know, Kai still gets to exist and live his life and not be stuck with this dude. But his connection to Ryujin and Ryujin's connection to Kai would be severed. Okay, we have established it's not mechanically unimportant. God's blood flesh is mechanically important in this homebrew setting. We established this.
You bleed all the time.
Yeah, but we're not giving a powerful being our blood all the time. We saw what happened last time that happened.
And we brought him back. Oh, okay, think about this. Poseidon even has a dragon egg, like a backup life somewhere.
You just want to make a prosthetic arm.
Yes, I admit this. That's
Can
what
I-
save.
Okay. I have another thought.
Okay.
Ryujin does, or you as a person does?
Both of them, because I did think about this too. But, I have one different offer. You seem to be somewhat interested in the magical aspect and things that mean a great deal to me.
Indeed.
What about a spell? A spell that I use quite frequently. A spell that can summon strong amounts of lightning.
You would
That I
give
use-
me lightning bolt?
Shh, but this is the good part, Sammy. I'm trying to be deceptive.
Sure.
I already know that. Wait a second. I'm trying to get him to take witch bolts.
All for witch
Because
bolts.
technically, it is a sort of lightning bolt, but I didn't say lightning bolt. It's witch bolt.
All for
but
his
it is
witch
lightning.
bolt. Why are you being
So I want to,
deceptive?
because I want to listen, because He doesn't know that I don't use this one more than, or right?
Yeah,
He doesn't know.
If he doesn't
So,
know, then
I'll
why
say-
don't you just offer Witch Bolt?
Yeah. I'll say, or you can take Witch Bolt.
Curious. Make a deception check.
Deception? Okay.
Add to that.
How many more do you have?
Huh?
How many more wheels do you have?
After that.
No. Fucking. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me taking a picture of Nat 20 right now, because that's what he tends to do when this happens.
I would just like to point out, this is my Ukatoa dice set, which I never roll because I've got probably more Nat 20, more Nat 1s on this dice set, this Kraken themed dice set, mind you, than any other dice since I bought them. So I usually use this for practice dice, but I didn't today. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, I'm sorry. Bear with me. My phone is not going. Okay. So, now I see that, and then I come over here, and then I put a picture. How you guys doing? Okay. That is the eye of the
That is a nat 20. For a total of
well,
what?
can I not add?
For a total, hold on. So my deception is. Why did I click in? I'm trying to click in.
Deception's a 10, right?
Yes. Deception is plus 10.
Okay.
And then do I add anything? I don't know. No, I don't add anything. Deception is what I would add.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So a 30. Witch Bolt. Tell me, how would losing this spell make you feel?
Part of my magic is gone.
Distraught. Like a piece of me has been stripped away. This is my favorite magic spell. My favorite
That far.
bolt.
Make another deception check with advantage because of the nat 20 on the previous one.
Okay. That went out of freaking Gabagool. Okay. Can you? Are you able to add anything?
I can. Add a nice little 5 right there, good sir.
Fantastic. So I rolled a 15 plus 5 for 20 plus 10, which is 30. Same roll.
Wait, if you rolled a 15 and you had a 10, why did you want me to add?
It's a team. So I'm just trying to be safe.
All right. I get your witch bolt. And you get a vessel. That's the deal?
The deal is you take my spell, Witch Bolt. I can no longer use it. And in return, I receive this vessel. Why look at me like that?
You see it like
That was character.
it feels like he's like genuinely pondering.
No. I don't like this.
You have a deal.
As he's saying you have a deal, can I insight check?
Sure.
Can I also insight check this?
Sure,
check
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll because I have a high addition, so.
Sure.
It's not great, Sammy. I gotta be honest, it's one higher than my last since I rolled for a total of 8.
Okay.
I got
You're
a
doing
nat
so
20,
good.
so that's a 29.
29.
God.
Okay. Dueling nat 20s on that roll. But your modifier is higher. So it does
Did I just
succeed.
sound bad? Is it bad anyway? Fuck. It's bad.
There is a flicker in his eye that you haven't seen before. A flicker of violence that seems enticing to him.
Why?
Like he would use Witch Bolt to hurt us?
If he so chose.
But also, navigate stone. Just leave. I don't know why I whispered that. Please ignore me. We have a gate stone. We can just leave.
Wait. Now that I'm thinking about this, I should have worded that differently.
The deal's not struck yet.
When I say you take this spell, I'm saying magically, I no longer have this spell in my arsenal. We're on the same page, but right?
Of course, I am controlling the witch bolt from your power.
No. You're blocking his ability to cast Witch Bolt, not
Yes.
controlling his
He
ability
will be
to cast Witch Bolt.
unable to cast the spell, and I will become able to cast the spell.
But not through
No.
Ryujin, just yourself.
Well, of course, I only have 2 hands.
The spell will not come from my anything anymore. I cannot cast it. You cannot cast it through me. You can cast it. Sure, but
Your body will not shoot lightning out of its hands with the spell Witch Bolt.
You
Is that
won't use
clear enough for you?
you won't use like one of his spell slots. I don't know how you would say that in game. What spell
yes,
slots would be in
will not-
game?
you will not cast it with my magical essence or physical
part of
ability or anything
Magical
like that.
essence. And I'm gonna point
It is.
Emerald.
The spell is gone
These
from me.
specifics are getting so tiresome. Perhaps I want something different.
That's the last specific, is it just becomes your magical essence, not his.
Yes.
I will take the spell and the required magical ability all at once, and it will never come from Ryujin again.
That affect his
Define
other
required.
spells.
Okay, out of character. What does he mean by required magical? Well, is he gonna take a spell slot? I only got 3 of those motherfuckers.
That's
okay.
what I was trying to ask if it will affect the rest of his magical abilities. This is not a specification, I'm just wondering.
Oh, damn it. Can't even give this motherfucker a spell without him being a dick. Son of a
So
bitch.
I will ask Bagwan, will this affect any of his other magical abilities? You know, as someone in his party, that's kind of really pertinent information for me.
I'm only taking 1 spell.
Mm.
The rest
You
of his
take a
magic
spell.
should be fine.
Hey. You take the spell, my ability to cast it coming from me physically, but leave my magical essence be.
Well, of course. Poseidon is your magical essence.
No, you
I-
know what I mean.
Can I insight check him saying he's just taking the spell
Sure,
and not affecting the rest of his essence?
sure.
I don't want to lose a spell slot, and I don't know how to say that.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
We got
That
3 spell
is
slots, Sammy. That's
Natural
a big
19.
hit. You know how many levels it took me to get 3 spell slots?
28.
A sad amount of levels, okay?
Okay.
I
What you get from him, Anura, is that he is trying to weasel his way to some sort of advantage in this deal, and it seems that the idea of weaseling his way into some sort of advantage is predominantly what interests him about this deal in the first place.
Does it seem like he's gotten that advantage in any way?
He seems annoyed at all of the specifics that you guys keep talking about, which would lead you to believe no.
So as it stands, the specifics, okay, out of character to Ryu, to like, just to you, Gavin, since this is your character, since I now know this information. If we keep these specifics, he loses his advantage, and he's basically agreed to them at this point. Go with it and those specifics, and you should be good.
Well, the specifics again are you can't take. It's just the spell, literally just the spell, not my magic essence, not my physical ability to cast the spell, just the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's your ability to cast that spell specifically, and he gains that ability.
Can I say all that as they said it?
Yes.
And yeah.
Bhagwan sort of crosses his arms. No, thank you. And he snaps his finger, and the medallion disappears. If there's nothing else.
Try the thing that I said before and see what he says.
If that was like two specifics, and he was like, nah, that whole thing you sent me is specifics. There's no way.
Can I look to Ryujin? Can I just say what I had said before and see what he says about it? Worst he could do at this point is say no.
Sure. You say all that?
I was asking Ryujin that before
Okay.
I say it out loud. Like, if he's okay with me just seeing what he says to it. Like, the worst he does is says no.
I don't like it. I think it.
We
If
cover
he says
all our
yes
bases.
to that means it's dangerous.
It covers
Because
all our
that
bases.
is very specific. Well, so did this. And he said no. He obviously
That's
wants.
what I'm saying.
Out
We
of
can see,
character. Sorry.
we can see if
obviously
he
wants
says no
something-
to it. But I feel like in this case, he's fucking with such like a big deal for you that he might say yes. So it's up to you.
Yeah, but that
if
last
I-
thing we said was too specific boundaries, so he couldn't weasel in something crazy. And he was like, no.
Well, I was gonna say, like,
is
with this one, though, I don't know. I feel like with this one, it's more of not that he's gaining something, but he's causing something that will mess with you daily, kind of thing, you know? I don't know. We can just see what he says. Worst he does is say no. And you don't have to take it. You can still say no.
What does it say specifically? Hold on. Let me.
I can say it real quick, if like to him, and see if that works. How about that?
You can if you'd like.
All right, but you're also gonna have to inside check because that. Listen,
I will.
he's a weasel.
I will. Okay. I'm gonna look to the bad one and be like, I'm gonna say this one because it's for him, and we discussed it. But he's bad with words. If you have not noticed.
I'm all ears.
That's hurtful.
So it would be to take away his ability to take revenge on the Triton that killed his mother, but it wouldn't affect his spellcasting abilities or like his abilities as a person, and it wouldn't change his memories or things that have happened so far. Basically, you would make it where he cannot finish that quest that started him on his journey. You would be blue-balling him from ever completing that and getting revenge for his mother. So it doesn't change it. He still remembers it, and he knows that he cannot take that revenge, and that's something he has to deal with every day.
How do you know that it was only one person who killed your mother?
Well, how about the persons that killed his mother?
So what you would be giving me is your ability to take revenge on those who have harmed you.
No. Nope.
Harmed his mother.
That's also very vague, and also no.
The ones that killed her using that Triton quill you found.
I grow tired of our conversations. Must I remind you that you came to me desiring something?
All right. Everybody, I want your opinions again. just quick. It seems like we've come full circle. The only thing I can justify doing that's not gonna fuck me or anyone else in the party is giving up Kai, which sucks.
Kai.
Believe me,
Kai
it
is a part of the
sucks because
party.
I love Kai, but I need someone to put the water seed. This is the best option. I need this.
I mean, I'm kind of with you.
I mean,
feel
I
like
understand where you're coming from.
but
Stop it.
It sucks.
So y'all
Believe
went
me, it sucks.
into a deal with a genie expecting to get out like, in any way scot-free. You're gonna give something up. Pick something. Anything. It's just not gonna be good, I promise.
Can we just ask that Kai can live on Gaia?
he's gonna say no. Just say yeah, Kai. Didn't you like these stipulations?
You're a passive chain warlock. You are going to give up the thing that you came to.
Yeah. I know.
No! That's bigger than anything, if you ask me.
I tried an eye patch thing. You just would no longer to ever be able to cover the brand again, and that's become such an important part of you as a person, is covering the brand.
You tricked him into giving up a spell that you don't use.
But he didn't take it.
You didn't take it. You didn't. He was ready to take it.
I was a wizard that had more than 3 spell slots. He was like, yeah, just give me spell slots. Spell slot, and he
I'll just let you guys know, by the way, just mechanically, that when the more people that are talking at once, for some reason the audio is really clicky, right, tonight. So the more people that are talking at once, the worse it gets. So just try to give each other turns. Don't all speak at once.
Is it spell?
It seems like that's what he was fishing for.
But we kept him from.
And that's when he lost interest,
You
basically.
have the pearl of
Third level spells like acid, fifth level, that kind of.
You could just use it.
Take one of your arms anyway.
I listen. I listen to what it says.
It's not gonna work. Everybody knows that he's a demigod. It doesn't matter anymore.
But that's also something about him that's so
I am going
recognizable.
to. I want to grab Kai, and I'm just talking for a second. I'm just listen, buddy.
Sure.
I know we've had
Collection.
my plates. They're just ordinary plates I stole.
You can never take another plate again.
I don't think that would be worth it. He's just gonna get some plates. I guarantee he has like solid gold plates.
Yeah. You take Kai in your arms.
Look at Kai. I'm just gonna like pat him a bit. I'm gonna say, sorry to do this, buddy. I love you very much, but we're gonna have to go our separate ways here.
I don't understand.
Kai's voice has changed so much.
It changes every time he gets summoned. That's the bit.
That's so fucking funny. I miss his original just hi.
I'm part of you.
Right. You know, kind of, you were back on my shoulder, and
We're not even gonna make it to break and come up with an idea.
We got two people imprisoned by the enemy, and we haven't even gotten to him yet.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I said we need to come back to us. We thought we had more time.
Let me take my arm. I get to keep it. There's no way that I can magically put my flesh back onto my flesh. I just have my
your arm every day.
I just have to be missing it, and it just
put it
spites
in the
me.
bag of holding.
You know?
Are you offering that, Ryujin?
Like I want
to see what he thinks.
So let me get this straight. You get what you want, and I get nothing in return?
The pleasure of knowing you've inconvenienced me for life.
Ooh, how about this?
I hate that.
We take a leaf out of the book of Prometheus. Every morning when you wake up, you lose your arm again.
So what, it grows back overnight and then it's gone again in the morning?
Exactly.
Will it just falls off or just disappears?
Oh no, it will be terribly, terribly painful.
So like it falls. Logistically, how does it go away? Like out of character, how is it going away, Sammy? I'm so confused.
Maybe it changes every day.
Does it like grow back throughout the day and then at daybreak the next day?
No, it would grow back during a long rest, and at the end of every long rest, he would lose it again.
I was so prepared to say goodbye to Kai, but damn.
On the prosthetic, you can put on the prosthetic then.
He said it would be terrible. I'm gonna have a roll in the middle of the night, my arm getting ripped off by like a jaguar or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm like, it's not impossible to make pain medicine. That's not
This time.
it happens.
Okay. What's up, Alexios?
Rakshasas are giant cats.
Yeah.
Don't want to put that into the air.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look into finding a way to make you basically a sleeping potion / painkiller that will literally, when you wake up and it happens, it won't be the worst thing in the world that you go through.
Ryujin?
There's gotta be some option that isn't gonna fuck me, right?
No,
This
there's not.
is a deal with a genie. It's gonna fuck you somehow.
Did you not hear about the fact that the last time he made the person sold their soul?
Yeah. Is there a nicer, maybe less intimidating genie somewhere? Maybe like
No.
a genie that I can help out in a like PG-13 way where he's not gonna fuck me, and I can just do him I don't know, build him a house or something, and then he'll be like, awesome, here's a vessel.
You don't know.
Why is the other thing that I thought of is like there's some version of the hide behind that is constantly following you everywhere. So like you never feel like you're not being watched.
What are you doing, guys?
I don't know, Sam. Don't tell me. I don't know what
That's
I'm
the
doing.
problem.
Would you like me to come back?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. We leave that scene.
I'll be mentioning many things in Discord.
And since Adagio is not here currently, that leads us to Illmaye. Let me change the music here. Illmaye. As you come to consciousness, it's not the cold of the chair that you're sitting on that hits you first. It's not the roughness of the ropes around your wrists connecting you to the chair. It's not even the coarseness of the ropes on your ankles connecting you at the bottom. It's not even the crook in your neck that, as you begin to move it, feels like it's the first time you've moved it in hours, days, weeks. You have no concept. None of that is what strikes you first. What strikes you first is the absolute darkness of the room you find yourself in. Pitch black, so much so that closing your eyes makes it brighter. So dark that you cannot see your body, cannot see the edges of this room. All you see is darkness. And as you begin to stir, with a suddenly there is a bright light directly in front of you, so bright to your completely dark eyes that it is blinding. There's nothing. Your instinct is to shield your face, but your arm is stuck to the chair. But this light illuminates and feels like a spotlight on you, though you see it's some sort of floating ball of arcane light. And soon, a couple more appear, and they all just begin to sort of rotate around your head, enough so that you can see your body, still in your disguise. You can still feel the weight of the fake scar on your chin, with ropes connecting you to this wooden chair. But the light stays so close to your head that you can see very little else, that the light almost blinds you to whatever is beyond it. But you hear a voice in the darkness. "Oh good, you're awake. We had a bet of which of you would wake first. I believe Cleopolis owes me a drachma." You hear the scraping of another stone chair, this one, and a figure sits. And as he gets closer, you can see more of his features. You're looking at a pale elven man. Now, most elves have long, flowing hair, beautifully, exquisitely braided. This man has his blonde hair cut short, almost buzzed, with just sort of what looks like a manicured sort of bedhead look up top. He's attractive by elven standards, with these piercing blue eyes that seem to be scanning into your soul. You see he has beautiful black studded leather armor on, underneath what looks like a swirling gray cloak with these intricate inlaid silver designs, clearly elven craftsmanship. He looks fancy, but also his expression is one of comfortability. "Hello. Do you know who I am?"
I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting.
No, I think you're right. I would remember someone like you. My name is Devorian Halinodel. I'm the Grand Count of Whispers in the Circle of Xander. And you have caught my interest.
I'm assuming I know nothing of what he just said.
No. You know, I mean, he calls himself a Grand Count, so he's probably at a similar level as Cleopolis. Sounds very powerful. There is a district in Delphi named the Whispers. That is true. Illmaye, go ahead and make a history check for me.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16. Athens does not have one of these, but all large kingdoms like this have some element of this job type. They just call it different things. The Grand Count of Whispers sounds to you like the recipient of many secrets, and is likely the head of some sort of spy network here.
Do I notice anything on him that would indicate him being part of a guild?
Make a perception check.
Wait. Can I just use my passive? It's a 28.
Sure. You can only see what's directly visible to you, as the light is so central.
So I have blind sense of 10 feet. I don't know what that'll give me.
Blind sense will sort of tell you the shape of what's around you, but it won't give you the minutia of if he has any piercings or anything like that.
Okay, I don't know. I was just asking.
You do see that there are several tattoos on his body, though because you're not super familiar with Xander and that sort of thing, you're not entirely sure if any of them are Thieves Guild related or something like that. But you do see where his where a ring would be, like a wedding ring. He has what looks like a musical note, but he has many other rings on his other fingers, including one that looks like a more traditional wedding ring. But you're not sure. You get the sense he's probably connected, at the very least.
Okay.
Tell me, who are you?
I feel like that is a loaded question there.
He actually chuckles at that. Well, you're not wrong. How about I tell you something and then you reciprocate? How about that?
I'm willing to listen.
I thought you might. Well, your friend in the other room, I get the sense he's the muscle, but you seem like the mastermind. You can take out your earrings, but the holes in your ears tell me that you belong to a guild. Am I right so far?
You could be wrong, could be right. Seems like you're under the same thing, based off of what I see.
Now I'll tell you what interests me about you. And he reaches into a pocket and pulls out your letter from Cleopolis. Now this is fine work. It's such a good forgery, I actually had to go to Cleopolis himself to confirm. You're very talented. I assume this was you, not your friend. Would I be right?
I'm not giving up anything right now.
Of course you're not. Of course. But tell me, what is a girl from the Athenian Alliance doing in here with this, searching for information on the Titans? I'll tell you what I'm worried about, and perhaps you can alleviate my concerns. In our inspection of you and your friend, we noticed something a bit interesting on his shoulder. Now, there are many Apollo demigods walking around this world. But an Apollo demigod traveling with a pickpocket from the Alliance, coming in search of information on the Titans. You can see why we would be concerned, surely.
Well, the Titans are a hot topic right now, are they not?
Oh, certainly. So, is that why you're here? Some curiosities about the Titans?
Well, you probably gained from when we talked to whatever that little dude's name was, that we did specifically ask for 2 Titans in particular. 2 Titans that were not part of the Lynx.
Yes, I did catch that. Why would that be? What is your curiosity with those 2 Titanesses in particular?
Well, you could probably conclude the same thing that we did. Why? Best bet to figure that out is to go to them personally. But nobody's seen them for a long time.
And you, a thief from the Alliance and your demigod friend, you thought that you would take it upon yourselves to find the answer to this eternal question. Is that right?
Who else?
Perhaps the scholars who have devoted their lives to that very question?
But how long have they been doing this, and have they found anything?
You're very right. You're clever. And you're loyal. And I respect that. I enjoy our chat, but let me tell you a little bit of how the rest of this conversation will go. I will get the answers from you. I can ensure that I do. I just find that a bit simple. I would rather not compel you to tell me the truth. I would rather you just come out with it. And perhaps, if you are who I believe you to be, and you tell me the truth without me needing to pry it from you, perhaps I won't call in my friend who's outside. Perhaps. So, do we have an understanding?
Well, who's your friend out there?
Oh, he's a doctor. He has a very specific speciality.
What do you want to know?
Why don't we start with your name?
Well, pretty sure you know what it is.
I would love for you to confirm it.
Well, my most recent name that I gave was Cersei.
Yes, I saw it written down in the book as Cersei. Is that what you'd like me to call you?
That's what I would like to go by.
Sure. Tell me, Cersei, what business do you have here?
I told you we were looking for information on the Titans.
I thought we agreed to be honest with each other.
And I am. We were looking for the Titans. That is it. We knew that Xander had the best library in the world, and where else would we find this information but here?
I like you. In a different universe, under different circumstances, I could picture myself hiring you. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, frick. 11.
11. You feel this rush of arcane energy that is familiar to you, and you are aware. You've been under the presence of a zone of truth before, and you find it a very similar experience now. I hate that it came to that. You understand. I mean you no harm. I have powerful friends who might disagree. But if you prove to be valuable to us, there is no reason you need to leave here horizontally. You could save your life and your friends if you merely tell us the truth. So, what is your name?
I don't have to answer, right?
Correct. So you cannot say a lie, but you are not compelled to answer.
And I remained silent.
Okay. All right. All right. If you make me do it, then I shall. Will you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
That is a 19.
19! Okay.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, confess. And for a moment you feel that your mouth begins to say something, but then you hold it back and remain silent. My dear, I have lived 600 years. I have been in many interrogations. I have mastered every style. I have my favorites, but even those that I believe to be less interesting have their uses. So would you be more interested in coming clean if I were to bring your friend in here and slice his throat in front of you?
What I don't understand is why you need to know my name. How certain? 98% certain you know who I am? So why does it matter?
Because, believe it or not, despite what you may have heard or experienced, we are not the bad guys here. And I would hate to send an innocent person to their death for being mistaken as a member of the Hands of Fate.
I think you already know. Why does it, I'm not going to give you that information. Ask me something else.
All right. Illmaye, tell me, why are you interested in Rhea and Tethys?
I told you. They were the only two to make it through without becoming a link. We wanted information about that.
What advantage do you think this information will grant you in the war?
We're looking for answers.
About what?
A lot of the knowledge of the Titans have been lost. We want to know what really happened. We have the side of the gods. Can we trust what the Titans say? Why not get it from the Titans that were free?
And what of your friend? So eager to burn down the library. What do you make of that?
That was pure panic on his part.
I understand. So, since I have you here, where are the rest of your friends?
Well, you know where our seat of power is.
I do. But that is not the answer to the question.
Well, I know you can't reach a couple of them. They are out of your hands.
Well, luckily for both of us, I have friends, don't I? Oh, Illmaye, I so hate being the bad guy.
Yeah, you say you're not.
I don't wish you any harm, but I have bosses and friends, you understand. So tell me, give me a reason not to have you executed.
I mean, right now you have collateral from the rest of the Hands of Fate. You have us, then you have them too, right? If you kill us, that just sets them on your path.
And keeping you alive, imprisoned, accomplishes something different.
Well, at least you can bargain with them, right? I mean, you know what we have done, and you know the power that we can possess. Just think that if we're gone, all of that will be aimed towards you, versus making a deal. You save us, keep us alive, and they won't come after you. Sounds pretty nice and neat to me.
I tell you, truly, I would love to hire you. Any interest in switching sides?
I'd have to know more about what your organization is about.
Well,
I only know about what Kenai. Yes, right? Yes. Yeah. I only know what Kenai was after. And I want to know, was he an outlier in your organization?
The Eyes of Gaia is a very broad umbrella term. It allows its individual members to pursue their own interests amongst a common theme. Kenai is a bit of an extreme example. I joined for far less grand reasons. I'm merely searching for the killer of my wife. That's all.
So the Eyes of Gaia is just more to help you along your journey, no matter what it is. You don't care what that goal is, as long as if the goal is for information. Am I being mistaken here?
Having
Sorry.
having powerful friends is never unwise.
Well, I have those already.
Do you? The young queen? Your demigod friend? Is that what you consider powerful allies? You are children, all of you.
Children that was able to slay the Kraken.
Yes. You've accomplished a great deal more than we expected. But we have centuries on our side. Still, you are interesting to me, Illmaye of Delphi. Perhaps I will keep you alive a bit longer, until you meet my friend. You see, the doctor, we call him a doctor. Others might use the word executioner. But he is extremely gifted. He has this unique ability to remove the brain of his victims and keep it perfectly preserved. So preserved, in fact, that he says he can even reach memories from inside long after the host has died. So tell me, why should I talk to you when I could talk to your brain instead?
How much of a guarantee do you have that he says is true? Have you seen it with your own eyes? His ability to do this? Has it worked 100% of the time? And how relevant are these memories? Are they just little snippets of thoughts, surface thoughts? Anything deep and meaningful come from them?
Illmaye. He stands. I do hope to speak to you again. And the lights. Complete darkness once more. Adagio. You awake in a similar environment. But unlike Illmaye, you are awoken by the blinding light and the sound of a heavy door opening and this silhouette of an elven man walking in before the door closes once more.
Okay, I can't be blinded by light.
That's true. And these lights appear above you as you see this blonde elven man approach. Your hair is not how it was said to be. Is that a recent change?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Devorian Helinodel, Grand Count of Whispers. And you are?
Oh my god, I can't remember the name I gave him. No. That's not important. Where am I right now?
Oh, I think it is perhaps the most important question I have to give you today. You see,
Out of all,
you tried to burn down the Xanderian library. Did you know that that is a crime punishable by death?
Funnily enough, I did. I've seen that feature multiple times, and it's where I went anyway.
So, tell me, what did you hope to achieve?
Chaos. And a chance to escape.
And how did that work out for you?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't think it did.
It doesn't look like it, does it?
It does not. So, tell me, when we were investigating and doing our initial checks, we saw an interesting mark on your shoulder. Do you know what we saw?
Is it that time I fell off a tree in the 3rd grade? Left a pretty nasty scar, didn't it?
A very specific scar, yes.
And a weirdly shaped rock, man.
How unfortunate.
You're telling me.
I've already talked to your friend. Unfortunately, I doubt you'll be able to say goodbye to her.
What did you do to her?
Oh, nothing. Not yet. But my friend is about to execute her and remove her brain. Sorry, was that insensitive?
Like my little rage ears pop up.
Ooh, interesting. Tell me, son of Apollo. Why should I not send my executioner in here?
You see, I don't know enough about you to answer that question fully. I assume, I don't, does he like wear a pin for the Ides of Gaia? Is he wearing their symbol?
You don't see one.
I'll be like, I assume Ides of Gaia?
I have friends in high places.
I'll take that as a yes. End goal. World destruction, Titans on the throne, no more gods, warm, cold, hot, somewhere in the middle.
Tell me. My people and my friends would be overjoyed at the thought of killing 2 of the hands of fate. I have you in my custody. I even have crimes that you have committed, witnesses to those crimes, that would allow me to execute you without even needing to cover it up. This seems to me like a win-win. So, I will give you an offer. You can tell me why you are interested in Rhea and Tethys, or I can introduce you to my friend.
Is this the brain dude?
Yes.
Sounds like a great time, honestly.
Would you like to meet
No, God, I'd do anything not to. Oh, gods. Rhea and Tethys, the only 2 Titans who didn't become Lynx. Interesting subject, isn't it? You wouldn't happen to know anything on that, would you?
Well, I know enough to know that any information that you were perhaps looking for would be on the locked bookcases. So that tells me that you've never been to the library before and did not know what it was you were searching for.
The very simple, small-town mining boy.
Right. So, what should I do about you?
Well, I'm a lot more useful alive than I am dead, that's for sure.
Are you? Why?
Why? Why? Do you know who I am, man?
Tell me.
You know, I really don't like to gloat about myself. I mean, you've got to heard something. Give me something to start off with.
I've heard that you're a defender of Delphi. That you slayed Tromocrates.
Basic.
That you witnessed the ascent of Phaeton.
Christ. A single team.
Tell me, you and your friends in the Society of the 100 Hands, how do you think they would respond to you and your friend dying today?
We've died before.
Indeed. Well,
Didn't they flourish without us?
the good news is, my doctor friend is a worshipper of Hades. He'll put in a word to ensure that that cannot happen again. So, unless there's anything else you can tell me, I think our conversation has reached its natural end. Do you agree?
No, please. Don't hurt Illmaye.
And why not?
There has to be something I can give you. I've seen the future. I know that I've seen so many futures. I've seen so many ways the wars will end. I've even seen a place and a timeline where the Titans themselves are sitting on the thrones and the gods are in Tartarus.
Where are your friends?
How would I know that? I don't pay attention enough to them. I had my own shit going on. Yeah, I wanted to break into a library. You think this was easy?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Nacho actually know where they are. Well, the base of that was a 3, so I'm gonna assume a 3 because I have like 0 charisma. Let's find out.
You feel the zone of
8.
truth around you. Where are your friends?
Okay, but do I actually know this, Sammy?
I mean, you would know Alexis is in Athens, and you would know Anura and Ryujin are on the plane of water.
They're all around me. I have friends everywhere.
Where are the hands of fate?
Scattered in the winds.
All right, this is getting us nowhere. Goodbye, Adagio. He stands. The lights flicker out.
And I just turn on my glow on purpose and be like, fuck you.
He turns. Walks slowly back to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm good at those. Cries. My sass. When hasn't my sass gotta be good? 25.
25.
Takes like 97 points of like brain damage.
You feel what can only be described as hands in your mind.
Yeah.
And then they release. You will see your friend soon.
I just like one of those like moments where it's like I'm just screaming, "Don't touch her!"
Illmaye, you hear muffled through the wall this scream from Adagio. Don't touch her! Don't touch her! As Adagio, you see the door slam closed. Illmaye, the door swings open, and you see 3 Xanderian guards enter and pick up your chair and begin to take you out of the room. As you get closer to that door, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter until finally you have crossed through the doorway and you see that you are in this sterile white marble hallway. And there are several other people here. There's more Xanderian guards. You see, leaning up against a wall, a 6-foot-tall, cloaked owl person. You also see what looks like an elderly dwarven man with heavy spectacles and a drow woman, a young drow woman, wearing her white hair and a neat braid behind her. You take all this in a flash before you are immediately moved into another room. As Adagio, you see the form of Illmaye, still strapped to her chair, get brought into your room. As the lights emerge once more, there is a moment, once Illmaye has been seated, that the guards leave, and you two are seemingly alone in your room together.
Did they offer you anything?
No? What'd they offer you?
Apparently they like me better. Versus the person that tries to burn down the library.
I've tried to burn down everything. What is my hand situation right now? Am I cuffed? Am I cuffed behind my back?
Not behind your back, but the chair is an armchair basically, and your wrists are tied to the arms of the chair.
the like somatic components.
Oh yeah, there's nothing you can do. You also like
Ah!
unless you only have to move your fingers.
Burning hands.
At this moment, the door opens once more, and the elderly dwarf and the female drow enter. And you see the drow girl is carrying this sort of like large case under her shoulder, as the elderly dwarf just sort of hobbles towards you, sort of squints his glasses at each of you in turn. And you both notice that while he's looking and taking all of you in, it seems like he's focusing primarily a few inches above your eyes as he inspects you. Right. Gianna, if you'll get the table set up. As this drow woman opens the things that she is carrying, and it unfurls into about a 7-foot long table. Right. Well, which of you would like to go first?
So you're the doctor.
Yes. My name is Dr. Praxagoras. This is my assistant, Gianna.
How often have you done those?
Oh, I am an expert, my dear. Gianna, if you wouldn't mind arranging my tools. As the drow girl pulls out another package and just sort of unfurls this series of blades and saws and clamps and scalpels. And he just begins to inspect them. So, which of you first?
I'm just looking at Adagio. My eyes are wide. And I'm just like,
I even look at Adagio and be like, "You first." I was like,
no,
I was like, way to put me on the chopping board, literally.
I'm like, I don't know what to do here.
Alright, I see you're shy. Gianna, the jars, please. She reaches into the bag once more and pulls out 2 brain-sized jars. Places them on the counter. Goes, my assistant is still quite young. This might be a bit hard for her to take in. Gianna, will you please wait outside until the dirty parts are done?
Sure.
She nods and exits the room. Now it's just the 3 of you. This dwarf looks at each of you in turn. Well, aren't you 2 the stupidest motherfuckers in all the land?
I knew it!
As his form shifts.
Oh, thank mother freaking gods.
As you see the changeling form of Kenarang before you. Now, how the fuck are we going to get you out of here?
I don't freaking...
That is where we're going to take our break. We will be right back to see what the fuck happens next. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back. We're going to hop right back into the moment that we left. So, Adagio, Illmaye, you are alone in this room with what was previously this creepy-ass executioner dwarf that is now your old confidant, Kenarang. So, she looks at both of you, she goes, alright, so I have a couple things that I can do to help you get out of this building, but first of all, is there anywhere that you can get out of the city?
We can get to that house, we can
If
get to
we
our
can
gate
get to
stones.
where our stuff is, we can get out.
Where's your stuff?
In a house. Outside of the dome.
Alright, okay. I can get you outside the dome. After that, you're on your own. But, crucially, if we want to maintain my cover here, you have to be dead. Obviously, I'm not going to kill you. But I mean, you have to, for all intents and purposes, be dead. I will be telling them you're dead. I will be proven. She reaches into her pockets and pulls out 2 fucking brains. She goes, I will be proven to them that you're dead. As soon as they find out you're alive, I'm fucked. You understand? I've been undercover for a year here. Don't fuck me, alright? You're dead.
Okay. You will not see us again. We will stay dead. We will not go out in public.
Or just, like, come up with new identities, or
We're gonna have
know.
to at this point.
Yes.
I just dyed my hair red. Fudge. Black it is.
Sorry. Alright. She opens the jars and throws the 2 brains in the jars and closes them back up. She's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of something to drink. It's gonna make you feel real woozy. It's gonna lower your heart rate to like a single beat per minute. But I promise you, it's gonna feel like you're about to die. You're not dying, alright? The refraction specialized this for this exact purpose. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, one more thing. Before we part ways, remind me, there's something you need to know, but I don't want you to know it until you're on your way out of Xander, because I don't want you to stay and do something stupid, alright?
Oh, fudge. Okay.
Alright. She goes to the stuff that Gianna has laid out, and she whips out these 2 body bags. Alright, in now. She undoes the ties around your wrists and your ankles, and you now have full use of your extremities.
I'm gonna jump in this bag, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah.
You get in the bags. She pulls out what is maybe the tiniest little vial you've ever seen. It's actually, like, objectively adorable how small this little vial is. She, like, takes out the little cork. She's like, alright, as soon as you're comfortable, take it. Here's one for you, one for you. Whenever you're ready.
Right, you know.
Wait. The stuff that you said you want to tell us. How are you going to get that to us?
Well, alright, if I get you to your stuff, do you have a way out of the city?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, I'll get you to your stuff. I'll say my goodbyes. I'll tell you what you need to know. You'll get the fuck out of there. I'll be fine here. Plan?
Okay.
Okay. Drink.
Gulp it down.
I guess so.
Okay. As you guys take this poison, you immediately feel your entire body seize up. And even though you knew that this was going to feel like you were dying, there's nothing that can stop you from beginning to panic. Almost like sleep paralysis. You lose the ability to move any part of your body. You can't even close your eyes. Kenarang comes and, like you're dead, closes your eyes. And you can hear her seal up the body bags around you. And even if you're not particularly claustrophobic, something about the sensation of not being able to move, knowing you're in an enclosed space, knowing that it's an enclosed space specifically meant for bodies, you begin to hyperventilate. And then everything sort of becomes molasses. Existence becomes fluid. It's almost hallucinogenic. You don't have any visuals because your eyes are closed and you're in these bags. You only have your sense of touch and your sense of hearing. And you can hear the voice of the doctor back as you feel your bodies being dragged. And you hear, almost from a world away, you feel yourself getting hauled onto what feels like a wagon of some sort. You can hear the smooth voice of Devorian. Is it done? Yes, sir. Here. You hear the sound of a shaking brain in a jar. Wonderful. Now, if you don't mind, with particularly fine specimens such as this, I would like to continue my own personal experiments. Very well. But if you manage to glean anything from their brains, do let me know. Of course, Grand Count. And you feel the sensation of your bodies being lifted and rolled down a hallway before the hallucination becomes a bit of in and out of consciousness. For a moment, you're going down a flight of stairs, not very smoothly. Boom, 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 wheel bouncing at every stair, because who cares when they're bodies? You hear the sounds of streets. You hear going through a hallway, through a building, back on the streets, through another building. You hear what sounds like horses, and you smell stables. And then you get to a point where the wagon stops. And you hear that gruff voice again. Thank you, Gianna. That will be all. Another moment. And the body bags unzip, and you are pulled from the bags onto the cold stone floor. About an hour passes before you're able to feel your fingers once more. And slowly, you are able to open your eyes. And you find yourself in what looks like an underground laboratory. Lining the walls are shelves upon shelves of jarred brains, all excruciatingly detailed in their labeling. There are 5 metal slabs of tables in this room. You are on the ground. But as you begin to get your senses and you begin to sit up and stand up, you see each of these slabs has a body on it. And each one sliced through the skull with no brain inside. As you get up, Kenarang, back in her natural form, goes, yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned, it's a bit macabre down here. This guy that I'm impersonating is a real fucking weirdo. But, welcome to the laboratory of Dr. Praxagoras.
This is an actual thing that he can do? He can actually pull memories and thoughts from brains after he's pulled them from people's bodies?
It seems that way. I've done a lot of researching in his mind, and he certainly believes he can. When I take on someone's form, don't get the abilities that they do, so it's very possible he can. I have just been faking it this entire time.
And where is he?
Somewhere safe, hidden.
I'd hope so.
Yes, I have to keep him alive so that I can keep sort of refreshing myself on answers to questions he would know. It's not the easiest thing in the fucking world, I'll be honest, but the information, the access he has is crucial.
Is this the form that she had when she was with the king? Like the voices match and everything?
Yes, the voices would match. Yeah.
Oh shoes. Damn, girl. Damn, fist bump. I'm gonna put my fist. Respect. What?
I'm glad to see you're all doing all right still. We're about 2 blocks from the edge of the dome. So here, and she literally goes to one of the bodies on the slabs and just begins to take off their clothes. This looks roughly around your size, Adagio. She flings it at you. It fucking smells like a corpse.
Oh.
She goes through another pile. She's like, Illmaye, I know it's not really your style, but there's a dress here that looks like it would fit you.
God.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just to get you through.
It's just 2 blocks, I guess.
Yes. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, are you coming with us?
Yes, of course. She takes on the form of a what looks like an elven peasant woman. Are you ready to go?
I guess I'll change this disgusting clothes.
Yeah.
All right. So, we shouldn't encounter any problems, but if we do, just don't do anything stupid like burning down a library.
Listen, fire is my thing. I was dumb. I was scared. I saw a lot of futures. I did not see a future where I was dumb, but, Can't see what can't happen.
Just be grateful you warned me you were coming.
Thank goddess.
Now, come on. Hurry. As she leads you up the stairs, you find yourselves at the edge of this dome of darkness. There are some soldiers walking around, but they don't give you guys a second thought, a second glance, as you're able to walk down the streets, through the dome, and suddenly you are blinded by this afternoon sunlight.
But I can't be blinded by light.
You're theoretically blinded.
I just love saying that.
Now that you're out of the dome, I'll have both of you make survival checks to see if you can pinpoint the location of your safe house.
Oh god, I hope you do better than me.
I was about to say the same thing.
Oh no.
I rolled a 13 altogether. Oh wait, is it a new day? Do I get divination?
It is a new day, actually. Yes, you guys
Okay, well,
were unconscious for over a day.
Oh god,
Wait,
damn.
so wait,
Okay.
so are our hit points back?
Yes.
I never reset them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
I
I
rolled
didn't
a
know.
4 and a 3. That ain't gonna help nobody. That ain't gonna help nobody.
Well,
Not
so
me,
you
that's
gotta-
for sure.
You got a 13?
A 13 in total.
Well, I got a 6 in total.
What did we leave? Well, if it's a new day, I can prepare new spells, right?
That's true. That's true.
Locate object.
There you go.
Sure. So I'll say with those rolls and with the use of locate object, it does take you a while because unbeknownst to you, but eventually you figure it out, you've emerged on the complete opposite edge of the dome. So nothing looks familiar to you. You are completely lost. But you try to describe as much as you can remember what the general vibe was of the safe house and the neighborhood around it. And with the help of locate object and with time and with Kenarang slowly trying to figure out the vibe, by early evening, you are able to find your safe house once more. As you make your way inside, you see everything is untouched here. Kenarang reverts to her normal changeling form. She's like, all right, what's your escape route?
I'm changing into normal clothing because
we have gate stones that lead us back to Athens.
Okay, good. Sorry, anything you brought with you at the library, you're not getting that back.
I don't even remember.
It was like-
what did we bring? A
brought,
dagger
like,
and
a
a
dagger.
rapier? Like
Yeah, a dagger. You lost your whip.
No, not my whip. Oh well. I've never used it in the entirety of having it.
He goes, okay, one thing before you go. The biggest piece of information that I have gleaned over my time being undercover. I don't know what the plan is, but I do know the Emperor has Kronos.
Oh.
And Kronos has been teaching him some sort of time magic. And he's been using it at the Heka Institute. I don't know specifics, but just be careful. The Emperor has had Kronos, as far as I can tell, from the very beginning. He's been connected to him for a year and a half at this point. Just be careful.
Oh, we know where that one is now, I guess. Okay, let's go steal it from him.
Don't do anything stupid.
Like burning
We
down the
know
library.
we're not
Heard.
prepared to take on Xander right now. Just based off of what we just did.
It's okay, it's just one king. Stab.
One 800-year-old emperor.
I forget that kings do not work the same here.
Just good luck, alright? Tell everyone I say hi and I miss them.
Anyone in particular, or...?
I mean... No?
No! Insight check!
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh, ugly. 8. Can I change hers to a 3?
Sure. She rolled a 3, so that's fine.
That's funny.
even though her skin is pale white in this natural form of hers, you can see like she gets a bit of a pink undertone to her cheeks. I can't think about any of that right now. My focus is to figure out what exactly the Emperor has planned with Kronos and what Kronos has planned with the Emperor.
Do you have any way to? Does she have any way to contact us? Is that a thing you do? You have magic to like send us things, or?
I have ways of contacting the refraction, and I believe they have ways of contacting you should something arise.
Girl, stay safe.
Do you have an escape route if something bad happens?
I have the refraction's escape route, and she pulls out another small vial.
Like
Can
that?
I? So we have 2 gate stones. I'm giving her one.
I appreciate this, I really do. But having this on me is just going to draw attention. The
You
people...
can keep it somewhere
Hide
safe.
it where you have whatever the doctor is. You said that he's hidden in a good spot. Right?
Yes, alright. I'll take it. Thank you.
As long as it's not the yellow one.
Now go, get out of here. I'm going to go
Alright.
pretend to get information from your brains.
Ugh.
Okay.
Something of note, Illmaye. As you collect your stuff from this house, your bag of portal is glowing.
So, will they know if I take it out?
It has the jewels on it, right? That like indicate when things are in it.
Yes. That's what's glowing right now are the gems. They would know that you've taken it out because it would no longer be in it on their side.
Okay. So sure, I'll stop Kenry before she leaves and be like, just wait a second, and
course.
pull out the bag and see what this is.
Okay. You see a message in the bag. 2 hands of fate dead. Bring me the rest.
Can I tell Kenry about this and what I know of it, and if she knows anything about who this person could be?
Let's see. She looks at the note. I know that handwriting.
Who is it?
That's Grand Countess Aricto, daughter of Hecate.
Oh, what have we been calling her this whole time? Accountants?
I don't
Like
think we
accountants
didn't
and
have
Xander?
we didn't have any information.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
She goes,
Like a mama.
Aricto is the Grand Countess of Development. Her focus is on the future of the Empire. She's also the head inferior of the Heka Institute. She's in charge of all the education that happens there. She's in charge of cultivating the next generation of Xanderian heroes. She is
anyone we should
also,
look at?
in my opinion, one of the most powerful and malevolent forces in the eyes of Gaia.
Oh, great.
Just be careful with that communication.
All right. Well, thanks for finally figuring out who this person is.
Of course. Good luck to you.
Project.
Now go!
Okay, we're going. We got
Wait,
all
I
our
don't know
stuff on.
I don't know anything about changing my identity.
I got you. I need a week. Can I
Oh,
do this to other
permanently?
people? Or is it just myself?
I'm gonna like chop all my hair. Like I will be like eye contact.
I
Glasses
think-
forever.
You can do it for yourself easily without any checks. To do it with someone else, it'll just come down to a couple rolls, but it's the same principle of the matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you take your gatestone and disappear from Xander. Which brings us back to our friends on the plane of water. Ryujin, what are you doing?
Nothing much, just hanging out, having a good time. So we're still in that moment, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You're in the throne
All right.
room of Bhagwan, this interested Merid, who is losing his patience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. After looking at Kai and him being like, I'm a part of you, I can't do that. So, guess I'll just default back to the arm. Specifically, the severed arm, and nothing more, just the physical, the fucking, yeah, you remember.
The version of this where I get your actual arm, correct?
You get your pound of flesh.
One condition. I get to rip it off of you.
Rip it? First, this wasn't a part of the deal.
What, you think I can just magically sever your arm? Where's the fun
Alright, what
in
about
that?
this?
I mean,
What about
probably,
this?
yeah.
What about this? How's about we have the unbiased Anura here, cut it off just above the elbow. Give me a little nub left for some, for pizzazz. I can nub around and still be able to point at stuff, but that's about it.
In what universe is your friend here unbiased?
Well, they probably don't want me to lose my arm, so in that aspect, well, actually, I don't know if they care a lot. Kind of doing their own thing a lot. Shh, just go.
I'll pull up underbrush and look towards him and go, I think he cut it off pretty quickly.
If it's all the same to you, and I'd rather be able to stop the bleeding properly with a clean cut than a tear. If that's all well and fine.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god. Okay, we're not gonna use it.
Let me know if you want me to add. I got 2 left.
Always do it.
There is also advantage that wasn't used.
Oh, that's
in
true.
the last.
You can take advantage on this, Ryujin, if you want to use that.
Okay.
Out of
So-
3.
So I rolled a 19, and my, what was it?
Persuasion?
Persuasion? I believe that's also 10. So, let me
So a
check.
million.
Persuasion. That is 10. So,
26.
what did I say I rolled? 19, 29 plus 3, 32?
32. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
I'm proud of myself for how quick I did that math.
He goes, we have a deal. And he extends his elongated blue fingers towards you.
I'm not sure I want to shake his hand. He gonna just pull it off.
He's making a deal.
He said that I could cut it off.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. Before I overthink, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah.
You touch his slimy, blue-skinned hand. And with his other hand, he grabs your wrist. And he looks at Anura. After you, my dear.
I had to roll my sleeve up and just take off like the little bit of armor and stuff I've got on this arm.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Just above the elbow.
Dagger or underbrush?
Underbrush.
Probably.
I didn't know how both underbrush would work for this. I'll take underbrush out, look to Ryujin, look to Bagwan, look back to Ryujin and nod my head and...
How is that better?
As far as triage goes,
I'm just saying, cooler. Roll the
I
cool.
could turn into Dionychus and just go...
You could have his naked human slave guy bite it off.
Oh, wait, I don't have any more wild shapes left. I couldn't bite it off. I used both to get here.
Alright, so you're slashing?
Yeah.
Okay. You take underbrush, aim up your shot. You don't need to roll an attack roll for this because this is purposeful. Just roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Oh god.
That's a
Is it gonna be one swing? Two swings?
17.
17 swings.
So, okay.
No,
So it only
don't take that.
No. It only takes 2 swings. Ryujin. That is crazy damage. That is...
I've never used underbrush for melee attacks.
That is going to be 39 points of damage to cleave your arm clean off. And the amount of pain that you experience in this moment is unlike any before. And because you're underwater, the blood coming from the stump of your arm begins to just form a red cloud around you. But Bagwan comes and caresses the arm, and you see the blood stop. Scabs over, as if it happened several days ago. You feel a bit woozy, but you're conscious.
Am I still bleeding?
No. He like cauterized the wound,
okay.
basically.
I thought you meant he did that to the arm. I was like, what a
Oh,
shit.
no. But he does take the arm, and he sort of like waves it around, holding onto the hand of it, so that the blood sort of like... Well, you held up your end of the bargain. It's only fair. He snaps his finger and hanging from his hand is a golden locket. Yours, my friend.
Detect magic is up, and I'm gonna insight check.
I'm going to insight check that.
You guys can both make insight checks. Ryujin, with detect magic, you definitely get this is a magical locket. And
I promise it's genuine. Hold
what?
on. So another net 20.
Not 20. You get the sense
25 in total for mine. So.
Great. You get the sense that he is far less interested in continuing to fuck with you, far more interested in getting to play with his new toy.
I don't like that. You listen, I'm not going to think about it. It's done. You know?
Okay. You can add Gifted Genie Vessel to your inventory.
Can I look to Ryujin and go, can we leave now?
You just give me 1 second. All right. And that was 39 points of damage, you said?
What did you say, Ryujin?
Leave me alone. 39 points of damage, you said, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, let's get out of here.
you put this necklace on over your neck, Are you swimming back, or are you gatestoning back?
We were gatestoning back.
Okay. I'll say that you tell your hippocamps to meet you there, because you don't want to leave UA here.
Well, I thought we were. Can I like hold on to? Can we hold on to UA and bring
I
just
guess,
UA
I guess
back?
that's true. If you are on them and then you gatestone, you would travel with them. That's true.
Well, we could.
Real
We could
quick
both
before we
of them
do
back.
it, can I look
That's fine.
towards the hand that he has in his that Bhagwan's holding? Can I give it one last high five?
Sure. The blood goes.
Thank you.
I'm going to, the moment before we gatestone, look
Yeah.
at the hand, cast lightning bolts. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Nothing
Do
happens.
not
It's funny.
do that, please. Don't electrify the
Probably
water
not a
that
good
I'm
idea.
standing in. I'm not resistant to lightning damage.
Well,
Okay.
you might
So-
be after this. No, I'm just kidding.
You gatestone back to Fort Agenor. Emerge in the waters right outside of the inner ring of the city. You can,
Pick up that extra gatestone
yep,
that we just came to.
you can return UA and the other hippocamp to the stables. The day is yours. What are you doing?
We gotta go find Dardania and Isis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You come to
Real
them.
quick, can
Oh,
I
yeah?
heal Ryujin first?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast. You said you had 39 points of damage?
Yes.
What do I have that'll actually do anything? Literally, the only thing that I have prepared for healing, because I haven't been healing an individual person in so long, is Mass Cure Wounds.
It's fine. I just need a good nap. We'll be okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. Wait a second. I've got Aura of Vitality still. That's only a 3rd level.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll cast Aura of Vitality and just do, like, all the healing into Ryujin, so, like, Underbrush is extra, whole 9 yards.
Yeah, so over time, Ryujin will get back to full hit points.
Yeah. Real quick, before we go inside, can I clean off Underbrush Ryujin?
Yep. I mean, you were underwater, so it's probably good.
I
Yeah.
feel the need to scrub it. This is the first time that I have used Underbrush for melee at all.
That's true.
It feels wrong.
It feels wrong. Okay.
Yeah, man. I just want to say you can't hold your head up with that like automatically right now.
So, you guys come back to the central tower of Fort Agenor, move up the stairs until you go to the library. And as you enter the library, you see Dardania is at the bookshelf looking at stuff. Isis is looking at a book on the table. They both turn their heads as you come in, and Dardania goes, "Oh, I'm so glad. Oh my god! Oh my god! What happened to you? Oh my god!"
It's okay. Shut. It's all right. Don't
She's
worry
gonna
about
hate
it.
me even
It's
more now
fine.
when you tell her that I'm the
It's
one who
fine.
did it.
Listen,
What?
it was a genie. I had to pay some type of price. It was my arm or Kai or my eyesight, so this felt like the most appropriate thing. It's fine. I can talk to Alexios. We can see about maybe getting something done. It's okay. It's all right. I'll be all right. And then I just wave the nub around. It's okay.
Not waving the nub around. That
I'm
does
going
not
to
look on your
vomit.
face.
I'm sorry.
It looks weird.
I'm sorry. I'm
Well.
gonna get some cloth and I'm gonna wrap this up.
I'll take some out of
I
like my
apologize.
bag and like triage it, kind of wrap it so that it doesn't look as bad real quick.
I apologize for the scare. It'll be okay. Try not to look at it. That's what I'm doing.
I
Still in
cannot
shock. Still
not
in
look
shock.
at it. It is drawing my eye.
Yeah, let me
Oh.
wrap it real quick to make it a little bit easier on your eyes then.
Well, if your journey was somewhat of a success, I take it.
Yeah.
I would say, in the time that you have been gone, most of the texts here are not of any real interest, but I think we may have found something interesting.
What is it?
She points to this area on the bookshelf, and you see that they must have removed some books and scrolls away, because you see this like sort of empty part of bookshelf, and there is a metal something sticking out from the back of this bookshelf. Looking at it, it looks like almost like a miniaturized figurehead of a ship. It looks like a statue, like a bust of Poseidon with a trident outstretched. And at the point of Poseidon's head to the point of the trident, there sits a sort of oval basin that sort of rests on top of those 2 points. And this entire thing is small, like maybe about 6 inches entirely. But it looks like a small metallic basin. Dardania goes, I have never seen something like this before, but it reads to me as magical, and so I focused on it a bit and cast a few spells, and I think that this is some sort of lock, an extremely specific lock that uses blood magic to unlock.
Yeah. Does Ryujin have to put his blood in it?
I do not know. I will be honest that we both tried bleeding in this basin a little and nothing happened.
I'm gonna look at Ryujin and I'm gonna go,
I
it's
just
Poseidon.
lost so
You're a son of Poseidon.
All right. I'll grab a dagger from somebody and I'll just like, I don't know. I'll make a
I'll
little
take
cut
out my
on
dagger and grab Ryujin's good hand and put a
Yeah, just remove the scab.
No, I'll
Yeah,
grab his good hand and put a tiny slice in it.
Okay.
And I'll drip it into the base and see what happens.
Ryujin, you drip it into this small little oval basin, and immediately the blood is sucked into the metal, and the entire figurehead is, and the back of this bookshelf falls with it, and you see
Collapses on me. Done.
You see a small hidden compartment, almost like sort of like a hollowed out brick almost, and in it are what look like 6 rolled up scrolls, each on this odd paper, this sort of blue green paper.
Yeah. We'll grab them out and start looking.
Can we
at
cast
them.
like detect magic or something
Oh
on that
yeah,
first?
yeah. Detect magic is up for
Detect
sure.
magic. They do give off an aura of illusion magic. And as you unfurl the first scroll, you find it completely blank.
Can I cast dispel magic?
At what level?
I can also cast it if I need to.
Dispel magic at 3rd.
3rd level? Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 for me. And add your
Oh my god.
your spell casting ability, so add your charisma modifier.
Okay. 21.
21. Nothing happens.
Nothing?
Cast dispel magic at 4th level.
Go ahead and roll. Add your wisdom modifier.
23.
Nothing happens.
Bruh.
Can I take a tiny bit of blood off of Ryujin's hand and wipe it on the scroll?
Now this blue-green paper has a bit of a blood smear on it.
That was worth a shot. Did it reveal anything?
Nope.
Can I take a tiny bit
Illusory.
of water and put on it?
Water from where?
Like, out of
Like my saltwater
pack?
flask?
Sure.
I could just dribble a little bit of salt water on
Yeah,
the
put
edge.
a little bit of salt water from
I
his
don't know.
flask.
You
Yeah,
pour
I
a little
wanna
salt water
destroy-
on. There's a moment where it seems that writing almost begins to appear and then fades.
And we go dunk it in salt water.
You want to go outside and dunk it?
I'm gonna look to Ryujin. This is your fort, so
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I find like a little container? No, never mind. Yeah, let's just go outside and dunk it for a second.
I mean, I'll remind you that the very bottom of this tower is like a private half underwater stable. So if you want like a private place, if you want
let's do it there.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, so you go all the way down to the basement level of this tower, submerge one of these scrolls, and you get a very similar effect that writing almost wants to appear and then decides against it.
What if we put it underwater and you cast Dispel Magic again?
Okay, we can try it. What level do you want me to cast at?
Maybe the same? I don't know.
I can do 4th, 5th, or 6th.
What if we get the whole lot at the same time? 1 6th level.
One giant 6th level of spell magic. I mean, I'm down.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, 6th level Dispel Magic?
Yeah, but we're going to have all of the scrolls at once.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay.
Hopefully this works.
And I'm going to add to this one. Ooh, I got a 6. And a 19. So that's 25, 29 in total.
29. Nothing happened.
Can I help in any way?
Too late.
Now last time to add. Can I, when it's like trying to appear, does Ryujin still have to detect magic up?
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Does the feeling of it change whenever it just the writing's trying to appear?
I mean, the feeling of illusion momentarily like lessens as the writing begins to appear and then comes back to its normal level when it disappears again. Okay, you certainly get the sense that it seems like the illusion magic comes from whatever is hiding the language.
Something about the salt water. What if we are underwater when we submerge them? So like I want to get in the water and submerge it too.
Sure. Same thing happens, momentary and then gone.
Can I try my water out of my pack that's fresh water?
Sure. You take one of the scrolls and pour some fresh water over it. Immediately, black ink appears on the scroll.
No. Back into the salt water. Put back into the salt water.
Dunk it back into salt water. It disappears again.
The writing appeared, did it not?
Yes.
Black. Oh, I thought you said black ink, like us, like it, like. Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
Black ink, as in writing.
Right. Sorry about that. My mind. Okay, I didn't put. All right, I misunderstood. In my mind, when black ink immediately appears, I thought of like a squid just like inking on the paper, like trying to destroy it or something.
Oh no.
Like we set up a trap.
To the library, and I'll
sure.
pour more
So
water on
now that you sort of figure this out, yeah, you go back to the library, you arrange all the scrolls and dump fresh water on them, and they all immediately alight with this text. A text in a language that only Anura recognizes.
Titanic.
It's a Titanic.
It is Titanic. Looking at these pages, you see pretty quickly that they are letters. And you begin to be able to place them in order. And you realize that these are letters to Poseidon. Here's what the first one says. I hope I've sent this successfully, that it arrived in your arms in safety and secrecy. My husband will destroy me if he finds out about this letter, or worse. But you've now seen what he is, what he does to me. I don't know why I feel this connection to you, why I feel like I can trust you. But for once, I'm choosing to follow my gut. I love my family. I even like most of them. I don't wish to betray them. But I will tell you this now. Your brother will not beat Kronos. My family is far older than yours, far more experienced. Yours does not stand a chance. I only wish there were a way for this war to end with you safe. You didn't choose to start this fight, you were brought into it. Perhaps I can convince Kronos of this, if it be your wish. Imagine a world after this war. You've never had the chance to see the beauty of Mother Gaia as I have. I could show it to you. You could take me from my husband, and we could both be free. Yours, T. The second letter is addressed simply to P. P. Phoebe tells me she sees a future with one of your kind. If it's possible for her, why not for us? When you bathed in my waters that day, I know you felt what I did in that moment. You are afraid of my husband, and you are right to be. I know not which is more monstrous, him or his pet, but I know the longer they spend together, the more fearsome they'll both be. Perhaps that could be your strategy. Separate him from Tromokratis. Let one of your brethren deal with the beast and that sycophant Humanities, and it will just be you against him. I know you have your doubts. I confess, even with that strategy, I do not know what the outcome would be. He is still so strong. But he grows stronger in the light of Selene. Maybe I can help with that. I can go to Selene, arrange for a night where she will simply refuse to rise. If you could coordinate your attack on that night, it may be your best opportunity. One last thought. There are whispers of a traitor amongst our ranks, and I don't think they refer to me or Phoebe. Just be cautious. I trust you will not tell a soul about these conversations. Yours, T. The next letter. Dearest, Phoebe is inconsolable. She is broken, and Kronos is furious, and I admit I am taken aback. I did not know Zeus to possess such cruelty. Perhaps he truly is his father's son. Was Apollo truly false this whole time? He must be destined to be a trickster deity if he is so silver-tongued as to deceive one who sees so clearly. Know this. If these conversations are some part of Zeus's schemes, if you do not truly feel the way you say, it will not be my husband you need fear. I have put everything on the line for you. Each day I gamble with the fates, trusting that my husband will not find out, that Kronos will not find out. If the lips that loose my fate are yours, I wish not to threaten you. It is not my nature. But I confess this news has shaken me. Tell me what is true. Meet me where you bathed at the time we last were there. T. The next letter is much shorter than the others and seems to be, in this handwriting, Anura, that you can recognize, much more hastily written. It says, P. Do not trust Hecate. I dare not write more, as each sentence I put down on paper is seconds longer until my words reach your eyes, and there is no time to spare. Whatever she says, she only looks out for herself. Ask the primordials. She cannot be trusted. T. The next one, much longer. My dearest, by all accounts, it should be your older brother. By all accounts, it should be your other brother, Hades, who rules your kind, should it not? Surely anyone would be a more suitable king than Zeus, and Hades is the eldest. As you are the middle son, I understand your frustrations. Zeus is a fool for not heeding your advice, and men like him will never fail to make the wrong decisions in the end. Is Hades more like-minded? I confess I have not encountered him much on the battlefield, but my brethren who have say he is quiet and hard to read. Perhaps he would be open to taking the throne from Zeus, putting you in a more advantageous position. I do not mean to meddle in the affairs of your kind. Lately, it just feels as if the tides have turned. Perhaps it was Hecate's betrayal or Phoebe's heartbreak. I know my husband will fight until his last breath, but I care not for ruling the cosmos. I merely want to provide for the peoples of Gaia, and I want to be with you. But I fear my husband would reach new levels of hatred and power if he were to learn of my true allegiance. No, if we want to be together at the end of all of this, we will have to be clever. I will continue to think on this, and I implore you to do the same. Save me, my love. Yours, T. The final letter. My dearest love, I have done as you asked. Oceanus never respected Pontus the way he should have, and now he will learn of his error. Pontus has agreed to your terms, though I think he did so more out of hatred for my husband than for love of you. But nevertheless, we are one step closer, my dearest. These contraptions Hecate is helping your people design, if they work, they could end this war for good. I only hope I do not become myself defeated by them. Oh, what I would give to go as the primordials have gone, to exist, to provide, but not to rule. Perhaps I could find the forgotten one, have her take back her gift. I could live my life on Mother Gaia, providing what I can, and then when my time came, I would pass along. We could both give up our gifts. We could grow old together in a house on a river. Only the locals would know what we truly are. We would ensure the waters were full of fish and pearls. We would provide for our little town, quietly. And long after we had turned to dust, the waters would remain, and the people would prosper, and their minds will have forgotten why the waters ran so deep with fish, but their hearts will always remember. That is what I wish. But I know it is not what the fates have in store for me. Our plan is set. I hope it works. You will visit me, won't you? Eternally yours, T. Anura reads these aloud.
Right afterwards, I'm just gonna roll them back up and put them back in the bookcase. Start putting books and scrolls back up to cover where the basin was.
Sure.
Hopefully Anora helps me because I only have one goddamn hand.
Yes, I will help you.
Yeah, all four of you re-hide these scrolls.
I want to look to Ryujin. It's up to you if you mention this to your dad, but I think this might be a conversation you need to have with him.
Sorry, this is off topic, but I just thought Bigby's hand has a whole other use now. I could just make a miniature version for when I need to use both hands.
Yeah.
It's great. Anyway, yeah, I think he and I will have to have a talk.
I mean, we learned something.
Yeah. I expect both of you to take this to the grave as well. Just until I've had a chance to talk about it with Poseidon. Was there anything else interesting you guys found?
We're going to
Not
need to tell
nearly
the
as
rest
interesting
of
as this. There is a record of where all of the hippocamps have been sold across the millennia. None of it is particularly interesting to our uses. There are some maps of the water plane, which might prove useful, but beyond that, not much.
Okay.
Nope, never once regretted learning Titanic. This is one of those times that really makes me glad that I did do that once upon a time.
The fact that these scrolls are hidden and that none of us, including you, Ryujin, knew of any sort of relationship between Poseidon and Tethys, this secret that they kept, it could still be kept even from the other gods.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
I don't know, but maybe
Could
that's
be.
why she wasn't put in the links as a deciding campaign for her not to be.
Or they couldn't find her.
If Poseidon hid her in the place where they kept meeting. Or, I mean, Poseidon would be the one that they would say to be able to track down a Titaness of any kind of water. Maybe he let her stay there, and she's never left.
But remember that the gods did not choose their domains until the end of the war. So perhaps Poseidon chose to be the god of the sea because of Tethys.
He chose so he could protect her. You need to talk to your dad.
This gonna make me cry. All right. Yeah, I will.
And I'll after the session, I'll put all those letters in the Discord so you can have them.
Basic.
Yeah.
All right. I guess if there's nothing else, we should probably head back, huh?
We are
Okay.
ready when you are.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're good to go.
All right. Well, I just add a little flavor to it, so I'm not just randomly sacrificing hit points when I want to spell, because I think it should have some form of flavor, I guess.
Sure.
Anora's going to take out Underbrush and draw a line across their palm to make it bleed.
Okay.
And take away 14 hit points. And, like, the blood
14.
almost absorbs into Underbrush. And I'll cast Plane Shift now that I have a 7th level spell back.
You got it. All four of you disappear and reemerge in Alexios's workshop, where he's with Paloma and the Once Mote, hard at work here on these wings.
Adios, buddy! I'm gonna hold out one arm and one nub. You know, like hands up, except it's just a nub and an arm.
What the fuck?
Adios.
that-
We got work to do.
It's a really long story.
I got the locket though, and I'll hold up just a solid gold locket.
So, the locket
Doing
was
great.
worth an arm.
At least it wasn't an arm and a leg.
Which arm do you write with? Or hand?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just,
It's that one.
help me.
It's that one.
You gave up your dominant arm for...
Thank you.
Alright!
I'm gonna have to
You know
relearn everything.
Yeah, hopefully I can make this the right way.
Well,
do you want to make it like
I'm not-
bigger, smaller, buoyant?
can we make it a mechanical tentacle? No, I'm just kidding. Just a normal
Can it turn
length.
into a tentacle?
Arm is fine, if that'd be cool. I will say, I'm not comfortable with leaving my arm with that creepy individual. But you know, we're not gonna think about that. If anything happens where they have God's blood or God's flesh, I'm sorry, it's my fault.
Oh,
Hopefully,
wow.
hopefully
I was
everything is
thinking
fine.
about sex stuff he could do with your arm.
That too, but that's what I don't want to think about. So,
Right, you're thinking about
Thanks,
what
Pat.
stuff he can do with his arm?
Sex stuff.
Can I look
don't wanna-
over
I
at
don't wanna think
Alexios and just go, why are you like this?
You know,
Well,
I
I
actually
have to
know the
ask you,
spell,
is
right?
just like
That can animate objects.
Stop.
I
Stop.
do know a spell that can animate objects, yes.
Just
Doing
imagine
great.
that.
I would
Anyway.
not like to imagine that. I
Put that
literally
in your
had
hole.
sex once in my life, and I never want to again.
How many days has it been?
It has been this is the day after you left, so it's been like 36 hours since you left.
So Illmaye and Adagio are not back yet.
They are not back.
Okay.
Are the wings done?
They're getting there. They're almost done.
Look at the progress. We figured it out.
Realize. Wait, so will these work?
They will, hopefully, probably.
Okay.
Are you doubting me?
No.
Like, you're gonna have to trust me pretty soon.
I'm just, yep, you're right. You're right. You know what? I trust you. I believe in your abilities, Alexios. Doing great. These look so good.
All I have to say is they look really, really good. But I'm also glad I can fly because this is a lot. I don't trust myself to not fuck them up.
So I'm not gonna take that as an insult.
No, that's me not trusting myself not to fuck it up.
No. I wouldn't take risks with your lives or limbs or anything.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that. Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Alexios is actually just like a false Hydra. You see an old man with 7 canaries.
That is a 28. What did you mean?
I'm definitely gonna try and make cannon out. I'm just joking. Nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna try and twist the arm, literally.
Sure. And I'm gonna like back away from Alexios and just go, I'm watching you.
But if I
I'll do the same thing, but instead of this,
a little bit faster.
I'll do the same thing, but instead of this, you just see the nub moving a little bit back and forth.
I'll like take my other hand and for Ryujin do the motion real quick.
Nice.
Wait.
Go ahead, Alexa.
Just let me hold it out really fast. I want to get after me, like both arms. I want to see how long this should be.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll let him.
Yeah, you
take
spend a few
measurements and
hours
stuff and-
getting all the measurements and drafting up some ideas for his prosthetic and all that kind of stuff. You haven't actually done this before, Alexios, but you're very confident that if you can figure out Daedalus's wings, you can easily figure out a prosthetic arm, for sure.
I'm just doing Taylor shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Measuring out arms.
So, as evening falls, Illmaye and Adagio have now been gone for 2 days, and they're still not back.
You would have heard something if something went wrong, right? Like, somebody from the hands of fate dying would be everywhere by now.
We could ask Cora. Cora has the red and green papers I gave them from either the Rakshasas group or the Guys of Gaia. Could see if there's any update there, if they've seen anything. Cora would be the one to know.
True.
Or, I
can cast scrying. I can cast scrying to see where they're at.
that's true.
Fair.
I kind of forgot that was a thing I could do.
We also have the cauldron too. If you don't want to waste a spell slot.
I mean, it's a 5th level,
That's in Delphi.
and we're back. Yeah, the cauldron.
Oh,
And you have to
right.
attune to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just cast scrying.
As the morning sun comes in on this 3rd day, you sit down to cast your scry spell. You see, horrifically, 2 body bags on a wagon getting pulled through a city.
How far along are they? Like, where are they at in what I know of the city?
You don't know the inner workings of Xander.
Like in like the vague that I know of, because like people talking about it kind of thing.
It looks
In
like
the
a city
dome or
street.
outside the dome, basically.
It looks like nighttime.
In the dome.
Alright,
So,
I'm gonna.
does scry work on things that are dead?
Arcana check, probably.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
Arcana,
does.
yep.
Would I know?
Are you able to scry with the target of an object?
What?
Are you like your target for a scry spell? Does it have to be a creature or can it be an object?
You can see or hear a particular creature you choose as on
Okay.
the same plane of existence, so they have to be alive.
Yes, so they have to be alive.
Okay, I'm gonna pop back out of the scry. Well, how long does scrying last? 10 minutes?
I think so.
I'll take the full 10 minutes because like I can still talk to people while I'm scrying, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain to the party what I see happening, but the second I say body bags, I'm gonna go, but they're alive. I can't scry on dead people.
Yeah. Okay. So
So,
they snuck in body
I
bags.
hope that this is not that bad, and wait a little while and check back in.
About. Oh yeah, Alexios.
I was just gonna say, like, all things considering, sneaking into a very fortified city in a body bag seems like something Illmaye might do.
That's fair.
I mean-
We'll just have to wait and see.
Illmaye
they
considering
can't be in
that's
a
a
worse
pretty
position
not
than
bloody
us.
plan.
Anura,
That's safe.
about 30 minutes after your scry fades, you hear a popping sound as Adagio and Illmaye just fall onto the floor by you.
Immediately, I'm running over to both of them and pulling them into like the biggest hug I can.
I smell like formaldehyde.
I don't care. I was so fucking concerned. I saw you in body bags.
Can I go
Man,
to shake Adagio's hand, but with my left?
I'll look down and be like, wait a minute. Wait.
Something's
have a
different.
I'll like
catching up
reach
to
for a
do.
hand. I'll be like, where? What did? I didn't see this future.
We got
This
a
is
lot
not-
of
Are
catching
they
up.
pale?
You two look like absolute death, though. So do you want to go clean up and we'll like eat food and catch up? Because this is a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
feel like a lot has happened in the last several days.
I'm gonna look at Alexios and go, you built wings. They look like death. You lost a fucking arm. We
Wait,
found
wait,
out
wait.
I
the
gained
Wait,
a
wait.
necklace.
We don't look like dead. Ilmae and I are dead. That is very. We are. we
we
do not
are
exist to the
Yes.
world.
So
We are
Go
dead.
clean up and we'll have this conversation when you don't smell like death.
Wait,
Just make sure no one sees
Don't tell
me.
anyone we're here. And don't let anyone see us.
Okay?
What do you
Thinking I
mean you're
turn
dead?
invisible. You cannot see me. I have never been here. You think I'm dead.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace and let
I-
Adagio
Okay.
sneak in
We're
the middle
gonna
of
need
the
a
group
full-
to walk away towards the place to clean up then.
I'm Ryujin's arm. I don't exist anymore.
Wow. A
All right,
low
let's
blow.
get you to
It
the
still
castle with
exists.
people
It's
we
just not
trust
in a great
into our
spot with a very
rooms. Let's
perverted
go.
genie. It's amazing. Love it.
Okay, time to
I don't
chop
wanna
my
think
hair
about
and
it.
dye it
Oh,
again.
God.
I'd
rather chop my hair than chop my arm.
Castle. I'll cast Pass Without a Trace to help Adagio sneak.
Sure, go ahead and make a stealth check, Adagio, plus
Oh
10.
god. Don't make me.
Don't you have a thing that gives you advantage? Your
That's
Close.
right, because I rolled a 3, so thank God for those elven boots. I rolled a nat 1. I rolled
So
a 13 altogether. Let me see if I even add anything. Let me make this dumb.
Can I cast
Blank
guidance
stare at the
on this
camera right
because I'm
after.
like
That's
trying to help
hilarious.
fight him?
14 in
I'd say you're
total.
already helping him with Pass Without a Trace, so I...
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I can't cast it anyway.
That's
'cause
a
I'm
voice.
concerned.
So, Adagio,
Where'd you land? Why can't I just
you're-
take a shower here?
it's not that you're not stealthy, it's that people know you already so much that even though you're sort of like in the shadows and stuff, you see people going like, "Oh, nice hair, Adagio." You're like, "No, don't fucking see me."
As soon as they do it, I'm just gonna like look to them and go, "Shut up, shut up, shut up."
And my cloak of many fashions.
Yeah.
No, it's not me. It's rock
To the first
celebrity.
person you pull up the cloak.
I'm gonna throw.
I always
my
get that.
cloak over him.
Yeah. I will say the workshop wouldn't have been terribly far away from the palace in the first place, so it's a very short commute before you
Can I
get back
murder
safely
anyone
in
who sees me?
past the palace
Anyone?
gates.
I want like insight check. Anyone who
I will
recognizes
say-
me, instant death.
We'll say before this goes any farther.
No.
Before this goes any farther, you are with someone that can teleport in several ways. So
I was gonna
if you
say
don't want to be
that.
seen, I could literally just take you
I
there.
just don't understand why I couldn't shower at the workshop.
I
What is
this
don't
workshop
know
not
what
connected
we
to a
can
house?
get
Hold on,
to
I can
have this
cast. We can
conversation.
make a shower. I can cast control water and just summon like a bunch of water. You know,
I
Just
can
go back.
we'll
also
give you a shower.
cast
You guys want a shower?
create
I'll
or
give you a shower.
destroy water.
You can go
I
through
can
the
cast-
locket, take a dunk in the
I
sea.
can control water and make a whirlpool. Instant
see
dry.
that? I'll give you a
Instant
sea bath.
washer.
Those will require somatic component.
I have my focus now. Oh, actually, I don't have a focus anymore. It's with a dragon.
Somatic components.
I don't got you.
my liar's still with that dragon. By the way, if you fuck up that pair of wings, I'm gonna kick your ass.
We've been through this. I
Sorry.
know.
Gave him
I know.
back.
I just gotta remind you. But also, thanks for making me an arm. I
Also,
appreciate it.
aren't I, like
I won't
half
kick your ass. It's a good trade.
disguised? Didn't I like wear like something on my leg in the city? Like all we did was change clothes, didn't we?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
still disguised.
Someone else.
So, do you guys want me to
Trying to
teleport
get
here?
Kenner
Do you want
right
me to give you
dead.
a shower with create water? We can go and take a dunk in the ocean. What do you guys want to do? Whatever you want.
Let's get back to the castle because we do need to eat.
You're
and
in the
discuss
castle.
this.
You're in the palace.
I would just find the closest bathroom and dunk my face in it.
Sure. No worries.
I'm gonna hide that I've
Let's see
lost an
what
arm
Rose
as long
is
as
saying.
possible until, like, from everyone
Try
else
it.
outside
Comes
the party.
downstairs. Oh my god, brother, hug me. What is that?
What is that? Hi, can you sign these documents? Where's your hand?
It'll be
Really?
the broken
what
crown,
happened
a streak, and
was-
an arm stump.
It'll be
You
Ryujin's
cash.
arm
Like,
at the
if
bottom
you
half,
create
but the
water
elbow
out
is
of
just
the
a
stone.
dotted line, like it's missing.
I want y'all to know that I worry for Kettering so much that like in the bathroom I'm like chopping my hair. I'm like, fuck this, fuck that, please don't murder.
Question: out of characters, since Kinnering is undercover and wouldn't have told them, who was Kinnering thinking of?
What?
Whenever they asked Kinnering if there was
anyone
anybody
in
special,
particular.
who
Oh,
was it?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
I just wanted to
That's
know.
a-
It's
It could come up later.
What?
Nah.
Later, post credits.
I
Later.
think we know
I'm
who it
making a
is.
note that says who is Kinnering into.
You
if
got it.
Sammy doesn't tell us, ask at the end.
Yeah.
I think we know who it is.
Who do you think it is, Ryujin?
I think it's Alexia.
Illmaye.
Who else would it be? don't know.
Illmaye.
Could be. I suppose.
Do we have
I'm
any
finding-
idea? Like, any clue? I'm so stuck on this for no reason.
What?
So many realizations and revelations have happened this episode, and that's what you're stuck on.
I need something simple after everything that's happened.
You give
Okay.
us.
I've already come up with like my new persona and disguise. I want y'all to know that. And like the 5 seconds I was sitting here, I was like, yeah, there he is.
So, I will say, this is,
Simple,
according to
quick.
your original plans, you have the rest of this day and tomorrow before you were planning on leaving.
Jesus.
But you
Wow.
have this
Interesting.
moment together, just the five of you. Alexios?
Can I start sketching out like his arm now?
Absolutely, you can.
Absent my yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm
I'll
gonna
help
look
you as
over and be
much
like,
as I
I'm
can.
gonna need one of those. for other
An arm?
for other reasons. Character
What
design.
other reason?
Character
Whoa.
design.
Whoa.
Okay, so who wants to go first? How did Ryujin lose an arm? Or
What are we
why?
talking about?
Or why we were gone for more than 12
Can I
seconds.
look
I'm
for
just kidding.
Ryujin?
I mean, you guys go first.
Well, real quick, before like we do all of this, while they were taking their showers and stuff, Can I have told Ryujin to please go pray to his dad so we can figure this out before we try and inform everybody of what we found out?
You can do that if you'd like.
But what if
Yes.
we have questions to ask Ryujin about, and then he'll go pray to his dad again,
I mean, you can't.
Which wouldn't
You
work
gotta
for a week.
and then he can't.
Let's
That's a
just
good point.
let's just tell our stories and go from there.
All right.
Yes.
So blah 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 blah. This is what happened. Now you know everything.
It was all Ilmay's fault.
That's
So
pretty accurate.
insightful. Wow.
It's yada yada, left. I threw some fire, guards. Kennerang saved the day, and now I had to chop my hair off.
You know what?
Also,
I agree with you.
Adagio, I feel
Fuck
like
those
we have
books.
to burn off your mark.
First of all, if I did that, Apollo and I, well, like, you know what that does to the connection of a demigod?
Do you not see my hand?
Mine would be on purpose.
Mine was on purpose,
Yeah,
Yours is
I
not
was
on
waiting
purpose to
for it.
yourself.
but it's so distinctive. That's how they knew for sure. If
Sammy,
you
what
want to
would
make
happen-
sure.
Okay,
that if somebody-
Based on my knowledge, what would actually happen to me if I burned my own mark off?
So the only person you know of who has a burned off mark is Illmaye. So it's a very limited pool of knowledge. However, you do know from Illmaye and from what Hermes has said to Illmaye that with the burned off symbol, Hermes was not able to know where she was. He needed her to save Delphi for him to realize who and where she was.
But Apollo already knows who I am.
I will say, go ahead and make a either religion or arcana check.
If it's religion, do I get advantage because it's my dad?
Yes.
Okay, bad.
What if you lose the glove?
That is a nat 20.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Okay.
The other one
So-
wasn't 9.
So with a nat 20, not a ton of research has been done about like the nature of radiant brands, but you have dealt with enough demigods, enough gods, especially with Ilmay's brand situation. You certainly have enough information to put 2 and 2 together, and you get the sense that the radiant brand is the almost like a tracking beacon to the god, that at any given point Apollo knows geographically where all of his children are, and should they need him, he would be able to appear directly for them in that moment, using that brand
Has
as
he
like
ever,
his
though?
homing. Yeah, for sure. And you do know
Has he
purely
given them?
from Hermes that without that brand, the gods have to rely on other means to pinpoint where their children are.
Saving a city.
Yeah.
Okay, because my original plan before Ryujin chopped his arm off was to encase
To be fair, I
my
didn't
arm
chop
up
my
to
own
my
arm.
up to my shoulder where the brand was, and like almost like a metallic glove that was just like form fitting, so it would just look like I had like a prosthetic arm, and if it just covered my shoulder enough, then like you wouldn't see it.
It's like what they do for the Winter Soldier in the movies. They just give him like a sleeve.
Exactly, but it's literally a sleeve that just looks like it's my entire
Yeah.
arm is just replaced by I just like chop my hair, and I wouldn't be Adagio.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a brand
But
because I wouldn't have a shoulder
But they
there.
can take it. They can take it off.
Not if I seared it into my skin.
That's what I'm saying. Is it can come off and then they'll see.
Oh my god! But I have no way of getting the brand back after I take it off. Like I would like slice my own
But
like, and
you'll
it would be
still-
gone.
You're still a son of Apollo. He just won't be able to like know where you're at.
That's like
He
the
knows
most important
of
part.
you.
Oh, gee,
What if y'all don't get captured?
Okay, but I mean, a
Honestly.
giant like random scorch mark right here. I wonder what was under that scorch mark of this randomly famous dude who happens to be traveling with the hands of fate.
Well, we could just like you have a scorch mark there. You could have one somewhere else. It looks like you were in a
You just want to
fire.
destroy. You just want to
Listen, if you
murder
really
me.
want, I can hit you with a thunderbolt at full blast. Give you a couple of marks, all right?
Alexios?
Why are we doing all this? There's like no indication that he's the only son of Apollo. What if we just met another son of Apollo?
But how many have
It's
it
a
at the
stretch.
same spot, right? They pop there, and it's not just going to be on his shoulder, right?
My
what are
brain
the
is
what are the
literally on my
chances?
shoulder.
Maybe
also.
Apollo only has it on his. No, that's a lie. Phaeton has it.
Phaeton had it right smack dab in the forehead.
It's on my shoulder also. It's just a
But
kind
mine's
of
on my
place.
shoulder. Yours is on your shoulder.
The back is a big empty spot.
But what are the odds that
But what are the
son-
odds I get captured again?
Or what if he
Likely.
just wears
Sammy writes it
either
down.
way?
What
We're
are
worrying
the
about a
odds?
radiant brand when he glows. He literally glows.
I can turn off.
It's not like
Yeah,
Oh, you
and
can
they
do
can't
that?
like force it. But
I
yeah.
can turn my glow off now on purpose.
you just put. He can wear a shirt, a toga.
A shirt.
I wear a cape every day. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
It's not
My
like
shoulders are never
everybody
bare.
sees it.
I'm not a whore.
Oh man, tell the truth. Are you self-conscious? Because yours isn't like there anymore.
no,
You just,
I'm
like-
trying to do
Okay,
what Kennering wanted.
I
If
was
you
gonna.
ever
I
get
already have a
captured-
plan for that.
But if you ever get captured again, all they have to do is search you, and they'll see it.
I was thinking
Don't get captured
Alexios and the one smote like screwed into my shoulder, and it just looks like it's an actual whatever. No. Who's gonna check to see if my arm is actually an arm? Let's remove his metal arm. Ooh, weird stuff.
Are we cutting arms again? Is that what we're doing?
I'm not cutting it off. I'm just wearing a form-fitting glove.
It must be nice, poser. All right.
Appropriating your culture.
Go
That's a lot.
away.
Okay, well, now you know our story. What
Anyway,
happened with your arm?
So we got to the plane. We had ISS Dardania looking through, some stuff. And while we went to the
Then we're gonna yada yada this one
city, it was like a day's of travel. We got there. I asked for the genie that we heard about from, another of his kids. Anyway, he was a dick. Everything that we could have offered him, or I could have offered him, he was going to basically screw me with. So it was like this, or Kai, or giving him my arm, or my eyesight, or like both my legs. So this felt like the best decision, but it's still probably going to bite me in the ass at some point. But I looked at Kai, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I looked inside those dark, straight black eyes, those little pits of the void, and I heard him say, "Hi," and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, here we are. But mission accomplished. At least I wasn't an arm and a leg. Ha! It's a real knee slapper that I would slap if I had my dominant hand. Anyway,
But I mean, I guess our mission wasn't a complete failure. We now know where the last lake is, and we have a lead on where we can find Rhea. So,
right.
Tethys, not as much.
Tethys, I mean, now we
Kronos.
know Tethys has this weird connection to Poseidon.
Well, I didn't mention that part yet.
Oh shoot! I forget when.
That's
when
why we didn't yada yada in
and what we
Adagio.
don't yada yada. By freaking bad.
Did Illmaye and
So-
Adagio just yada yada the fact that the Emperor has Chronos?
Yes.
Yes, we yada yada
Yes,
everything.
we yada yada.
We
So-
did
we
get
said
to
so-
react
we
to
said
it,
you were
yada
there.
yada
You were
Chronos.
there. Yada
Are we
yada.
alone? Is it just
Yada,
us
yada.
us
Yeah.
five in here?
Yes.
What isn't?
Okay.
Oh,
Detect magic is up. I'm gonna be looking around for scries, all that stuff.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay. Well, I rolled 16 perception.
Can I try to sense Phoebe's presence in the
Perception.
universe?
Plus 1, 17.
17? Yeah, you don't notice anything. You don't see anything that strikes you as out of the ordinary. Adagio, you feel Phoebe where you expect to feel her, unless you've grabbed her already.
Oof, I can sense her with Lathos.
Yeah.
Yay! Nice.
Well, then yeah, I will spill the beans on everything that we found about Tethys and, yeah.
Alright, cool. So Apollo had Phoebe, Tethys, and Poseidon Hekate, she just said, you know what, whatever.
Hekate apparently.
Who was she in love with? Who was she really in love with? Who
Not
betrayed
Kenai.
her? Oop.
For sure. Whatever happened to that silly old goat?
What is that? What is that
Basically
thread?
a Titan as a stepmother now.
What?
What?
You basically have a Titan stepmother.
That's like, is that Phoebe to me? Phoebe to me?
You
No.
got so my
Phoebe's
mom
your
met my dad,
stepmom! I'm
and that's how
sorry.
they made me. Hi.
Okay, so definitely I feel like you do need to go talk to your dad now. We don't have anything else to add to that. So
You know, I would say we could all hop in this little here talisman I got, take a nice trip to the house, potentially off our house, have a nice view of the ocean, and I could pray and maybe be able to fish it. You know.
How do you
oh,
get
you mean
that?
your
Arm?
Way back
Yes.
every time?
Yeah, I do want an arm actually. That would be nice.
Anura, you can just walk through the portal the other way.
Oh, so it'll okay. I didn't realize the portal also like was a physical thing on the plane.
Yes, yeah.
I haven't used the seed yet, but you guys would witness that as well. I mean, if you don't want to today, we don't have to. That's fine.
Is it late in the day right now?
Can I give my hair to makeover?
It's like midday, I'd say.
Oh, I thought it was later in the day for some reason.
No, I mean you scryed on them first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Plus, if we're on another plane, we're less likely to fall into enemy gaze. I just figured maybe it'd be a nice little treat. But I do also, an arm would be great, so I'll probably, it's up to you guys. I don't.
So
I
many
say-
things were just offered on the table. What are the options here?
If
Just go pray.
Ryujin's gonna pray to Poseidon, he could do it in the temple in Athens, or we could crack the water seed in the pendant, and you could all go to Fort Agenor, and he could pray there.
just do it here, so we're all together. I know, because
Give yourself a
Alexios
bit
has
of
to stay
rest.
here.
I'll go pray to
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
dad.
say, does anybody remember the last 36 hours when everybody like almost, well, me, except for me and Anura, almost died? Like seriously, we're staying together.
I want to look at
Okay.
Alexios and go.
Well, I'm saying we could all go
"First
together.
For me.
We could all go to Fort Agenor together. Either
So
way, we'd be
Alexios
together. I'm
has to
just
stay
saying.
here to make the wings. And
Yeah, I mean,
now your
I
arm.
will say, just so that everyone is
Yeah.
clear, once
Okay.
the water seed's activated, travel between the two places is immediate. So you could literally just go for like an hour and come back, and that you wouldn't
Oh.
lose time on the wings. Just so you know.
Okay. I guess it's up to you, Ryujin, if you want to pray to your dad at Fort Agenor or here.
I just feel like Fort Agenor might work a little better because it's literally on the same plane. It's just closer, you know.
Okay.
Not Ryujin. Alexios, what would you prefer to do? Because you wouldn't lose like any time, I think, but you should rather stay
You
here.
lose
That's
whatever time
we can
we
stay
spent
here.
there, basically, and that's it.
I mean, to be honest, this is the first time I've been able to build stuff since like.
Okay, I understand. All right, another time. I'm gonna go to the temple in the palace. A little
Yeah,
shrine
absolutely.
somewhere. All right.
Before you go, does anybody have any other appendages that they plan on lose? A ear, a tongue, a tooth, like while I'm in here making
Plan
stuff,
on losing any appendages.
your life. Plan on
I do plan on
doing
losing that eventually.
Yeah, I don't think a life is an appendage, though. I think
Yeah.
you specifically just.
I mean, if you lose it,
Okay, well,
and
I
then
still
there's
think-
the whole family thing.
I
Yeah,
still
think
think
it's
that whole
phantom.
like robotic arm look would just be great. If you want to make me a form-fitting sleeve, can I just dip my hand in like molten
I feel
hot
like at this point you're still
Like those
in
wax
his
things?
shoes.
Yeah, let me just like, and then I'll like sculpt it every morning. I'll be like la 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 la. La. I don't want to burn my mark off, y'all. What an extreme. And you see, the thing is,
Y'all
I
both
would
have
have destroyed the
metal
mark if I
arms.
said it got with Titans, so I don't want to be like, oop. One
Is that
step
what
closer.
They both have metal arms. Y'all playing patty cake.
Okay,
Like,
you see,
awesome.
no, because my question was, how similar do Ryujin and Adagio look, given that they're both tall? That's it.
I mean, not similar at all.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, if I dye my hair black and I chop it up like Ryujin's, how much like brothers would they look like? And how funny would it be if they both had like metallic arms?
Ryu twins.
It's our thing. We're like a traveling arm wrestling.
You're
We'll
just
take
pretend
a
to be
Sharpie
dead.
marker and make a radiant brand like on your other wrist really, really visible. That's
Okay,
just
but
the cresting wave.
would that god smite me?
Maybe
Surprise!
that guy
Surprise!
like,
It's
excuse me.
Alexios' long lost brother Demetrios. He's back.
I got the muscles to prove it.
I'm not Adagio. My name is Reed. Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. And anyone that went to the orphanage,
We can do a lot.
orphanage with me,
Shout out.
mind your business.
All right,
Mind your
so
business.
as Ryujin goes to pray to his father, as Adagio and Illmaye begin to construct their alternate identities, as Alexios begins to strategize on a prosthetic arm for the now one-handed Ryujin, our party is back together again, with only a day until their scheduled departure for the next leg of this journey. And that is where we'll pick up next time. Woo! We got the party back together, y'all. We did it.
I didn't expect to live.
Yay. You are very lucky that you
Yeah.
let Kennerang know that you guys were coming, because
But wouldn't Kennerang have found us anyway?
I mean, you wouldn't have known this. She's not called to do all executions for interrogations and stuff, but because she knew to sort of be on the lookout, as soon as she heard that two people were captured trying at the library after trying to burn it down, she was like, this seems like an interesting thing that maybe I would be interested in. Hey, Devorian, let's do this together type situation. Also, Devorian
Wouldn't have brought big
Helin
bodies, I don't think
Odell,
so.
man, that NPC has existed since before your campaign started. And that is the first time he's ever appeared in any of my campaigns.
Wow.
He's actually tied. This is a true story. He's actually a character tied to the backstory of my fiance's original character in Gaia. TBT.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, all of that to say, thank you guys for watching. If you didn't catch the entire thing, you can watch the entire episode on YouTube on Saturday, or you can watch the VOD on Twitch whenever you want. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.